Happy day, and I hope you're doing well. Cheers. Love that my predictive text recognizes cheers. I love that cheers came from my phone not knowing how to spell cheers. Like, I'm pretty sure I tried to type cheers nerds. Cheers. And now phones are learning cheers? Okay. Okay. Sure, universe. Just show us up one, I guess. It's fucking cold outside. My PC is still hot, but I have a cooler in the mail. I literally, woke up this morning. The temp on the PC, like when I'm not doing anything, is around 60. And when just with OBS and a bunch of browsers and stuff, it runs at about 74. I have a cooler coming today though. Hopefully it fits. I'm very nervous, but yeah, I rigged up a fan near I don't know if that does anything. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep that bitch cool. I wasn't watching it as close towards the end of stream yesterday. And running a game, it's still cool, but running a game or videos and that temp jumps to 80 real fast. So I have a fan on her and we're just chilling. I'm hoping. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, there's a fruit fly in here. It's 74 right now, which isn't terrible. That's not like the worst. But 80 scares me. I don't like when it gets up to 80. I just need that new cooler and it should be delivered today. I kind of wish I could install it with you guys, but it's literally the streaming PC, so I can't. This is going to be interesting. I feel like I'm neurotically watching it constantly, just simply because heat breaks the PC down. So like the hotter I run it, the more often, but I've been running, I mean, God knows. How long now has it been running at this heat? Why am I neurotic about it? I don't know. You have a cold? Oh, boo. Knives is sick too. I think something is going around. Is it like cold or chest cold? Is it nose cold or chest cold? Sorry, I just pointed at my body. Assuming everyone's just watching me every moment of the day because neurosis. Is it head cold or chest cold? I'm fingers crossed. I've been watching the delivery. Because what is that program called? I downloaded a program on the gaming PC, HW Monitor. So if you guys also want to monitor the temps of your PC, HW Monitor is pretty dope. And I've been monitoring it on that PC, and I was like, I downloaded it on the gaming PC. I was like, I just want to see, like, the difference, because the gaming PC genuinely runs really fucking hard. Like, I put that thing at max, like, it's got a great graphics card in it. I'm gonna max that shit out. And the gaming PC running a hardcore game is at 36 degrees. So, it's a cooler issue. Definitely. But this new cooler looks pretty dope. It's a Noctua one, and everybody told me Noctua is pretty dope. What up, Kozu? How are you? So fingers crossed. I genuinely, like, if it's not delivered today, I'm going to Micro Center, and I'm just going to return the Amazon one, because I'm scared of Fated Friday. I'm scared of all those links auto-playing at the same time. Like, what's that going to do? Because right now, just with Spotify up, it's 77 degrees. That's no videos. That's nothing playing in the background. So I just really want it for Fated motherfucking Friday. Real bad. Hot streamer, hot PC. I don't want that. I got the black version of the brown one. Genuinely, I searched pretty hard because... All right. PCs are black, right? They're black, they're white, they're RGB. What the fuck is with this brown and tan cooler? Have you ever, like... It looks like my grandpa's pants. What the fuck? Is it me? Why? Who was like, yeah, let's make the fans beige? Who did that? So I did my best to try to... I think I paid like $10 extra just to get the black one. Because, ew. It's so ugly. I just don't understand. Back in the day, all parts used to be that creamy cum color. Every PC was creamy cum color. All the parts were that, or they were black. They said it's so good, people will buy it even though it's ugly, and it worked. I believe it. It's probably amazing. I just got the exact same thing in black because, ew, it's so fucking ugly. Like, why did they do that? Dear Noctua. What about nerds screamed beige and brown? Like, it's cottagecore. It's a fucking cottagecore cooler. Which, for somebody, works. Not, I don't know, not my thing. So I got a black one. Oh, fuck, I have a concern. I pulled a muscle in my shoulder blade, deltoid, I think, a few days ago, possibly in my sleep. Ice out has been helping, but now the pain is going down my arm. Okay. I'm not saying you have what I have, but so many times I've described this and people get the same shit, and I think it's from desk. Like, genuinely, I think it comes from us living at desks. It's this weird posture we have. So, I get it. I don't know. I probably don't need to take my sweatshirt off. Down right here, and then it literally goes straight down under my shoulder blade. And you can't reach it. Like, I can't get anyone to rub it because it's fucking under my shoulder blade, I swear to God. And what happened was the longer I started leaving it alone, I started getting numbness in my fingers, and I started getting this really terrible, like, pinch right here, like right in that wing thing. And I know you've heard me talk about this before, Mike, but that is the thing that massage therapist rubbed my pec muscle, and it made me break out in a cold sweat and relieved all of my pain. It was incredible. Like, grab your the fat wing, but it's actually like this is your pectoral muscle going over to your shoulder. Grab that and just start to fucking work it with your thumb. It's gonna hurt. Like, you're gonna feel nerve shit shooting down your arm if it's the same thing. The other thing is, Vissy actually taught me this because she has the same issue, desk people. So she taught me nerve glides, and this is something I do all the time. You probably have seen me do it on stream and not even known and just thought it was one of Katie's tics. But what I started doing, and this is literally training your nerves to glide in the correct position again, because we're like this all day. This is all we do, and it crunches us down and gets everything really tight. So what a nerve glide is, really, I'm going to stand up to do it. Put your hand down at your side and make this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to slowly raise your arm. The moment you feel anything right here, that's your flexibility. You stop. It's crazy. We are so fucking tight and just cramped down from what we do for a living and in our lives and stuff like that. It's the fat wing. Everybody hates this. You know, you put on a cute bra and it's like, do you want to see your fat roll in your armpit? Everybody has it. It's just facts. But no shit, you do that. And then you just slowly raise your arm. And wherever that starts to pull, you stop and do it again. Genuinely. And then slowly you'll be able to go further up and further up. But essentially you're retraining that nerve to glide down the correct pathway. Because when we're like this all the time, it gets frozen and stuck. So you just do this. It's so stupid, but I swear to God, it has helped so much just doing this. And then eventually you'll get higher and your flexibility of that nerve glide will go higher. But that has helped exponentially with my shoulder, genuinely. Like, I have that weird shoulder shit all the time. Is it concentrated? It's probably definitely at the desk. Like, you know this. We all know this. There's like the perfect, what they say, this is what they say. The arms of your chair at their highest point, like wherever they rest, should be at your straight arm. So put your fucking armrest down, slack your arm out, figure out where your elbow is, and that's where your armrest should be. Wherever your elbow is. Not higher. So you don't want to be like this. Up. That's like the ergonomics of chairs or whatever. And then your desk should be level with that as well. So your desk should be at your elbow. So I'm actually a little bit low for my desk right now. That's apparently the correct. So like, you're not doing this or this. There's a whole science to like the ergonomics of sitting in a chair correctly. There's a lot to it. None of us are perfect at it, but we're all trying our best. Like, the vast majority of people work in a chair, for fuck's sake. We all just lost the game chat. Oh, fuck. Same. I have way better posture with the controller because with the keyboard, I'm like this. It's terrible. Same. Good morning, VR. How are you? Good morning, Vinny. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, honeybean. Vinny, it's in my yoga routine. I'm not kidding you. I do my nerve glides after I do like my, I don't know what it's called. I'm trying to think. It's basically where you're on all fours and you're circling your back between cat pose and cow pose, I think it's called. But you're like going in and out like that and kind of stretching your shoulders. And then I do my nerve glides immediately afterwards. It genuinely has helped so much. Vissy taught me that one. She has same issues, so she had to go to a physical therapist for that stuff. Like, we're all just piecing stuff together to try to live right. That's it. Cat cow. Yeah, but go in a circle. I want to show you, but it looks like porn. But if you get on all fours, like this, like that, and then like that, but you do it in a circle. Do it in a circle because it stretches your hips. Instead of just going cat, cow, over and over, or whatever the... Is it cat, cow? Yeah. I know, incredible, thank you. Thank you. But genuinely, I do that right here every single day. I sit here and I do this like circular thing where it's cat cow, but you're going to the sides as well. So you're kind of doing like this a little bit. But I swear to God, whatever this muscle is like on your hip, it helps stretch that so much. And then if you have hip issues, the other one was, oh my God, Crispy, you know the name of it. The one that stretches your hip and your ass, where you like lay on one leg and one leg's out behind you. What is that called? That one's great. Really good. Stretching's my favorite. I'll stretch it anytime. I love to stretch. It feels so goddamn good. What up, Ants? How are you? Managing still, I slept in. I feel you. I slept so hard. Like last night was one of those nights where I was in bed by 11 and I didn't even wake up to drink water. Like normally I wake up at least once or twice a night just tossing and turning and drink some water because it's fucking dry here. Not one. Not a one wake up. No. Is it pigeon? That's pigeon. Yep, Cocky called it. Yeah. Pigeon pose? That one. Oh my God. I actually taught that to my buddy in New York when we were visiting. He's got like a back injury that he's actually had to have surgery on multiple times. He has a terrible back. But he works out all the time and he's buff as fuck. And I taught him that one when we were there. I'm like, this stretch is I'm not kidding. When Rod came to my house to take care of my dogs, he walked into the guest room and I was on the ground, like ass up towards the door doing the pigeon pose. And he just goes, whoa, didn't expect Katie ass. I'm like, I'm sorry, my butt's tight. The things we do. If the pain keeps up, I was thinking of going to the orthopedic urgent care this weekend. If it keeps up and you're literally having like, especially if you start getting numbness in your fingers, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want anything permanent to happen or any damage like that. Me too, Kozu, because if I don't, my hips and ass get so, and it's, my ass is so tight, no, genuinely. My hips and my ass muscles get so tight, and it's got to be just this position of sitting constantly. It's terrible, so I do it all the time. I love to stretch. It's the best. But that cow cat has helped my like shoulders and back and just the mobility of my torso a lot. It's great. I actually caught the beginning of the stream. Too many meetings for this morning. T-night. Fuck meetings. It's okay. I slept in. We're late. I'm very late. I have a bad back all the time. I'm supposed to do back exercises daily, but I forget. Sitting at computer does not help. I'm kind of the same, Ants. And what has driven me, like, I feel like it's kind of one of those ADHD things. I'm not saying it's ADHD. Not everybody has ADHD. But, like, it's constant. Every day, I try to get out of responsibilities. Mentally, every single day I wake up and I'm like, do I need to brush my teeth? Do I need to shower? Do I need to work out? Yes, you do. Get into your routine. Routines, we thrive on them, unfortunately, even though we hate them. And it's part of that. I have to literally have a conversation with myself in my head, like, Katie, I know you're feeling lazy and you just want to go live, but if you don't do that stretch by the end of stream today, you will be in tears. Like, it just will happen. If I miss a couple days of stretching, at least, not even just yoga or working out, but stretching, immediately just starts to get tight. I feel it going up my neck. All of a sudden, it starts to feel like I have a vice around my neck. Like, I'll start pulling at my bra straps and stuff. I'm like, why does everything feel so tight right here? Like there's a weight on my shoulders. And if I miss 3 days, instantaneously comes back, and the misery of that is enough to drive me to stretch because I fucking hate being in pain. It is. If you've ever seen The Witches of Eastwick, there's a line in that movie. I mean, it's a line. It's kind of an ongoing theme. But Michelle Pfeiffer, her worst fear is pain. She's like, I'm not afraid of death. I just don't know why there has to be so much pain. Me. I can't. I just gotta.
We hate them.
Why did I hear Gollum in my head? Because if I say we hates it, it's in Gollum voice. Genuinely.
We hate it.
It is. I do the same. Thanks, Smash, I tossed the word motivation out of my vocab, 100%. Smash, I mean, I hate to say it, is so stupid motivating. I'm not just saying that. I couldn't count on two hands the amount of times where I've woke up sleepy and tired and kind of late, and I've been just, doom scrolling blue sky, and suddenly there's banging Smash. Like, exercise day 46,309 million with the abs and the ass, and I'm like, I guess I'll run. She inspires me so fucking much. Yeah. Genuinely, Smash is a living inspiration. She is so fucking inspirational. And her consistency and commitment to that shit, because I'm a sleaze, she is so fucking hot. And she works so fucking hard for that body. And I'm like, how can I take pictures of myself, look at myself in the mirror, and be like, ew, flabby, and then skip my run and look at that and feel bad? Like, fuck that. I have the tools at my disposal. Get on the goddamn... For me, get on the fucking treadmill. Don't bitch about it anymore. Stop. If you literally can fix what you're bitching about, just fucking do it. Me. She inspires me every day. Constantly. Like...
Go, Pikachu. Come out. I'm gay.
That's so quiet. Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for 30 fucking months. Don't forget your Prime subs. Jeff Bezos does nothing for the world or society. Steal his money. Thank you. I appreciate you. I guess I'll die running. Seriously. Yeah. No, genuinely. Smash, I don't want to... I'm not going to quote, because Smash has talked about this many, many times. But there is a psychological science to relying on motivation to do anything. And genuinely, there have been many books written about this. I've read some of them, and they're fascinating. There is something to human laziness and our inability to literally complete anything because we depend on motivation to do it. And it's fake. Like, it's not real. Motivation's not real. Either you have enough, like, happy chemicals that you're like, exercising doesn't seem like a bad idea, or you're really low on happy chemicals, which exercising will up. Like, that's just science. That's just exercising. Like, I'm just a movie person. That's all I am. Legally Blonde. Like, happy endorphin-filled exercising people don't just murder each other. You know, it's like completely a fake concept, this motivation thing. And if you it's part of routine. Like I was saying, my stretching and my yoga stuff. You just throw it in the routine. Like, I'm not motivated to brush my teeth. I just know that has to happen.
I'm gay.
You know, it's that there's a whole... Yeah, it's discipline, exactly. Motivation isn't real, but discipline 100% is. Yeah, and it's just making it, like, Smash has changed my life. I don't know, have I ever told you guys I think I've told you guys the story of how I met Smash. Super obscure story, really bizarre, but I feel like some of the people I'm closest to in the Twitchosphere, we have met under the most strange circumstances, i.e., Kins and I being shipped off to Mexico, maybe to be sold into the sex trade, but maybe also going to Amazon Game Studios, who knows? Smash and I literally met, I want to say it was the third TwitchCon. So 2017, and this was after the whole Amazon thing, which was real, so now I was working with Amazon, and Amazon had a basement studio in the convention center that we were at, where they were having private game testing that you could be invited to, and I'm not kidding you, they protected me from a stalker for 6 hours. Like, the Amazon guys quite literally bodyguarded me because I had a hardcore stalker, like, stalking my Twitter to find me in the middle of the night, to find my hotel, to wait outside of bathrooms. Only time it's ever happened. Literally, this is where accountability buddy system came from. Very, very creepy. Anyways, sitting in that fucking basement just bullshitting with the Amazon guys waiting for creepy stalker to go away, Smash shows up in the fucking... Was it the Samus onesie? Not onesie, but like the bodysuit, and she had her fucking hammer, like the hammer. This is from the days of I think this hammer I know she still has it, but holy shit, it was in such dire conditions at this point. Like, it was like wobbling on the stick and everything. But she also was hiding from someone down there, and the Amazon guys were also saying like, yeah, use this as your sanctuary, get some food and chill. And we ended up standing down there and talking for like 3 hours, and here we are today. Very odd circumstances. Beck, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings for 3 months. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Don't forget your Prime subs. Jeff Bezos does nothing for society. Steal his money. Doesn't have to be here. Just find someone who needs a smile. I appreciate you. I believe there's a study done that 30 minutes of cardio can equate to taking an antidepressant. It's fascinating. It really is. It's very odd, and that's not easy for everybody. Like, please don't put it pat. Please don't say I'm like, everybody should just get up and do 30 minutes of exercise immediately if you want to feel good. That's not it. How many of you have been super depressed? The silly sads? You know what the silly sads are. And someone's like, haven't you just tried drinking some water and going for a walk? I'm not doing that. Please don't mistake me. Please go see a doctor and talk to someone about your brain, get some good medication. But if you're feeling okay and you want to work out, it does help. Like, genuinely, I feel better if I just walk for 30 minutes, like just getting blood going. Like, but we've all been told that. I guarantee it. Like, oh, you're not depressed. You just don't get out enough. You're not getting enough sunlight. You don't exercise. Fuck you. Fuck off. Who would be depressed like that? We're fine. We're doing great. We're doing great. We've made it every day thus far. We're doing great. I had some nice people who used to cheer each other on exercising. That's kind of dope. In Discord, and that really helped me stay consistent because it was like an injection to happy chemicals. I think that's why a lot of people go to gyms. There's something about the atmosphere, because I definitely get that with art. Like, I genuinely miss being in a classroom painting with other people. There's something super inspiring about being in that atmosphere. I completely understand. Like, I get that. It's got to be similar, right? My whole problem is my body hurts so damn bad 24/7 that getting that discipline to do it is even hard, even though I know working out does wonders for my mental health. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as easily said. I've been on such a journey to get to where I am today, to where I can work out regularly, and I depend on that for my mental health. Not an easy feat by any means. Like, my God. And can we just say, as someone with a treadmill 10 feet from my feet right now that I'm obsessed with, running is not the thing. It's maybe one of the worst things you can do for your body. There are so few body types in this world that are correctly made for running to where you're not destroying your knees and your ankles and your hips and your back, etc. That's not me. I mean, did we need to even point that out? A 6-foot all-leg human being? That's not me. I'm destroying my legs. Like, I'm addicted. It's not the be-all, end-all. There's so many ways to get active that aren't running. It's just not the best. It's definitely not the best. So PB helped bring us together like CKZ. Definitely, yes. Exercise and antidepressant, me. Starting is the worst. I mean, Kozu, like, call me out if I'm wrong. It sucks every day. Just fucking putting my shoes on to get on the goddamn treadmill is one of the biggest mental hurdles I get across every fucking day. It's never like, this is gonna be an easy one, ever. It sucks. Like, I think I've gotten to the point where my brain instead focuses on the after effect instead of the current effect. I just kind of black out for 30 minutes. It sucks every fucking time. Thank you. Okay, I'm not the only one. Like, I've been running now, God, for like 15 years or something like that. You'd never guess it. But I like to eat, don't worry. It sucks every day. Every day I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I just cuss my treadmill out. Or the road if it's nice out. Like, every day is like, get on it, just do it. It's me talking to myself, trying to talk myself into something I know will make me feel good, but I want to talk myself out of it every fucking day. Every goddamn day. It's constant, genuinely. Viata, what do you always say to me? It's good for you.
Okay.
I slept in, it's fine. I go through ups and downs with exercise. I hate it so much, but it does help make me feel better in my own skin. My biggest problem is I'm awful at starting out, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, and this is just me specifically, and this is something I've worked with my therapist, but I've talked about this. Take your joy.
Did you take your joy today?
Thank you, Vex.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Sleep is good for you. I'll sleep when I die. You slept last night and you're alive, so I call bullshit. That's what I was saying. Like, for me, and this is me very personally, and I don't, if this works for you, like, let me know. I'd love to share good tips. But something I've definitely had to work with my therapist is things that I'm constantly trying to talk myself out of, like eating, taking a shower in the morning, things like that. I have to put myself in a mindset of that's just the routine. It's not a question of if, when, how, or why, or if I want to. It's not like a, how do I feel today? It's a wake up, brush teeth with eyes closed, splash water, get shoes on, get on treadmill, start walking before my brain can even do anything else. Genuinely, you know those middle of the night pees where you get up in the middle of the night and you're like in the dark peeing and you're like, don't wake up, brain, don't wake up, brain, don't wake up, brain, don't you dare do it. We're asleep, we're asleep, we're still asleep, we're still asleep, don't wake. Me. All morning, because the moment my brain starts to wake up, it starts to get smart, and it's like, we can make excuses, the floors need to be mopped, that'd be a great thing to do, and then other people are happy, exercising's just for you, Katie. How selfish! She's a cunt, I'm telling you. Cunt. But that boot up period is how I get on it, and then I boot up while I'm on it, and then by the time I'm realizing, like, I didn't know, there's only 15 minutes left, and I'm like, whatever. But it genuinely, I've just had to force myself. It's become this thing that I don't have the choice. It's just a thing. That being said, if I had a wiggly tooth in my mouth, I'm not going to stick my Sonicare directly on it. If my knee hurts, I'm not going to force myself to run just because it's part of a routine. I need to load a bowl, if that makes sense. If I don't take joy, my brain goes, brrr. I know. It's like an attack. It's the worst. They're cunts, right? What is that? I sometimes wonder, like, how did I mean, everybody's been around cunts, I guess. Some of us more than others. But it's so weird because it's like this voice in my head, but not who I am. Like, I would never treat anybody else like the way I treat my own brain. Ever. I wouldn't even consider it. If someone spoke the way I spoke to myself to someone else, I'd punch them in the mouth. Inappropriate. Unacceptable. Mean. Mean. Gotta stab it more often with Q-tips. Wait, my brain? Yeah, I try. After having some incredible pain with sciatica, I made walking a permanent part of my schedule. I don't ever want to experience that ever again. Zendivia, that's exactly my shoulder. I don't like to cry in front of people, and, like, genuinely, I went to that massage therapist, a therapeutic massage therapist. She did this one, whole arm, like my whole body, and I'm not fucking with you. Instantaneous sweat. I felt it dripping down my arms because of the release of what she did. And the memory of that keeps me nerve gliding. Because I'm like, fuck that. That pain, there was no comfortable position. If you've ever had, and I know a lot of you literally live with chronic pain, so please don't take it like, mine is the worst. But, like, I don't live with chronic pain. I cannot even fucking conceptualize literally the hell you guys live with, and I try. Like, I empathize heavily. I can't imagine. That's what this was like. No way of standing, laying, anything was comfortable. It was just pain 24/7. Just stinging, lightning, horrible. Up my neck, down my arm, all the time. Wouldn't go away. I'm sure if you were around your stream during that time, I would have to take a couple days off a week because I was just crying. It was just horrible. And keeping that in my mind, it keeps me going. I'm like, never again. That was so fucking bad. And it came out of nowhere. Like, I woke up with it. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I'm currently not in pain. I'm not promising that for the rest of the day, but it happens. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't fathom, like, the hell a lot of you go through with constant pain of some kind. It's crazy. You guys see? This is what I'm saying. I know. I'm so cognitive that so many of you genuinely live with constant pain. I don't ever want you to think, like, I'm sitting here. I know. Okay, we're good. Cheers. Let's all just nerve glide together. We're gliding, and we're gliding, and we're gliding. Ooh, let's do a little back glide. Yeah, let's glide together. Bitch, I know. I'm very fortunate, and I don't ever want to take that for granted. Genuinely don't ever want to take that for granted. People have told me that they want to make a trip into my mind. I tell them that they're not ready for the wonderful madness. No, wait. My shit did the double, sorry. No price is low enough for a ticket on that ride to justify the end result. Yeah. I was working on writing my book. Come back to you tapping on your head, talking about pain. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. You had a bulging disc. Did you get it replaced? Oh no shit. I dated a guy in college whose mom was a nurse, and she got a bulging disc in her neck, and it killed her entire arm. Woke up one day, dead arm, genuinely. Like, it did something to a nerve. She had to get surgery. They sliced her fucking neck open in the front, cracked her open, and put a cadaver disc in her spine. And she's been great ever since. She's got dead people disc. You know what do you call a nurse with a back problem? Unemployed. Cheers. Kozu, it's evolved that way for me. Like, and I've talked about this before, and I know a lot of us are exactly the same. I'm not special by any means. I grew up in the diet, fat-free, sugar-free, zero-calorie era of nothing tastes better than skinny, heroin chic, blah, 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 thigh gaps, right? So in my head for many, many years, that was it. Was workout because skinny. Workout because that's it. Your only value is in your body, your thinness, which saying it sounds just as crazy as it sounds. But that I genuinely bought into this for many, many years because there was no other way of thinking. Like I had no idea that people ate butter. Like fucking wild. But it is evolved into I just feel good when I do it, and I'm gonna eat what I want. I guess. Just 90s things. The fact that any of us survived is a fucking miracle. Living in constant pain is a nightmare. Being asleep and then just waking up with a new pain is worse. That's what I'm saying. Like I'll never take for granted the pains I have because there is always something else that I just can't even fathom. And not that I would ever compare. Like there is no comparable pain, right? Like I don't think we don't need to say that. Like none of us would ever be like, you think your pain's bad? Try blah blah. Fuck you. Fuck you. Pain is pain is pain. How dare you? Never. We would never do that. But Jesus Christ. Like, I do try to empathize with it and put myself in that position to realize, like, what a... You know, like, I talk about how, like, I'm constantly trying to do my daily everything through this kind of shit, through the mental stuff. There are people out there just going about their everyday life that you're passing on the street that are just trying to go get a coffee that are quite literally in existential pain 24/7. Yeah, all pain is fucking valid. There's no comparison. That's one of the big things we learn in medical school, and I'm sure I've told you this before, but... it's drilled into our head that when a patient says my pain is 8, their pain is an 8. You never, like, there's no looking at them and being like, that's not an 8. Any of that, an 8 to him is an 8. Period. It's so drilled into you. It's so hardcore like that. Sugar, fat, anything was the devil. Anything that was a calorie. I mean, I can't be the only one here who had the original Almond Mom. We didn't have fun names because social media didn't exist. It was just Mom. But now they're almond moms, where, you know, it's psychotic. It's a little psychotic, honestly, like the obsession with being skinny. Not healthy, skinny. It was never about health. Ever, sadly. That cut, you know what's crazy, Vinny? They did it in one of her neck fold. Like, you know how, neck fold. You know how we all have lines in our neck just from doing this shit? Like that line, they quite literally perfectly cut into one of the lines of her neck to do it, so she has no scar at all. Invisible scar. It was one of the coolest surgeries I've ever got to like see the before and after of. I didn't get to be there for it because I was still in school, but like genuinely no scar. They just went into one of the natural lines of her neck. Crazy. It was so cool. But it changed her life. It really did. It was wild. Fucking margarine, exactly. Fucking margarine. Yep. And everyone has different pain levels. What's a 3 for me might be a someone else's 10. Exactly. That's literally exactly it, Dream. This is why we can never compare. All pain is valid. You treat the pain the patient presents with. I.e., the patient says they're at an 8. You treat an 8. You don't sneak them an aspirin and watch. That's disgusting. You treat an 8, period. Like, that's... I know you guys know this. I'm preaching to the crowd. I get that, Ants. I'm kind of the same way, but make sure you're not putting yourself at a detriment, because this is genuinely what my doctors told me, is a lot of people, they'll start to shield themselves from a certain pain and you will actually get stuck. It's really creepy. Like, one of my massage therapists was telling me that when she was in school and they got to dissect cadavers and look at all the muscles, they had a cadaver of someone who worked at a desk their whole life from the 80s. And I can't remember the name of the muscle, but one of the muscles over their scapula was quite literally bonded to the scapula, because in order to protect themselves from some other pain, they jacked one shoulder up and just stayed there. Like, don't protect it and put yourself at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Commiserating. You must commiserate. How else do you do it? Almond mom. You never heard of an almond mom? An almond mom is, nothing tastes better than skinny. How do you describe an almond mom? And literally the term came from, Mom, I'm really hungry and I haven't eaten today. Have a couple almonds. That's the literal, but that is such a real thing. Like, I haven't eaten today. Have a handful of nuts. Have some celery. It burns more calories chewing it than eating it. Going to a family holiday function and your mom just staring at you, waiting for you to fill your plate. And then commenting on how full that plate is and how you definitely won't eat all of that. You couldn't eat all of that. Who could eat all of that? And then you eat none of it because now you know mom thinks you're fat. Almond moms. Oh, you're hungry? Here's a Diet Coke. It's literally, I mean, I'm still kind of a product in it in that I kind of live off of beverages for some reason a little bit. But I eat. And it's not, Almond Mom is something that was birthed out of TikTok. So I don't know if that, like, just to quantify or, like, let that hit as hard as it needs to, I'm 36 years old, and almond moms are doing it today on TikTok. Like, young little kids are making TikToks about their fucking almond moms today. None of it went away. There's still a bunch of people out there brainwashing their kids into thinking skinny is the only solution. Our society is fucking broken. It's disgusting. I mean, genuinely, it's so embarrassing to even say these things to you guys, but I know a lot of you guys will relate to this. When I was in college, I gained a lot of weight. I was eating my feelings, and I was in a really bad relationship. I got up to around 253 pounds, and I mean, not exaggerating in any way, shape, or form. I have journals I could pull out and prove to you. I have like 76 journals on a shelf over there for years. I would say to myself, if I can lose this weight, literally everything in my life will be easier. My problems will be solved. It won't matter if I can pay my bills because I'll feel pretty. What? I remember going through a breakup in college and I lost like 40 pounds in maybe a couple months. I mean, I just stopped eating. It was horrible because when I'm sad, I don't eat. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, none of my clothes fit. I can't eat any food and I think something's wrong. Well, just keep doing what you're doing. Seems to be working. I haven't eaten in 3 months. You look great. And I'd be like, I thought this was a call for help, but here we are. Like, this is not new. It's not old. I think it's been going on for a very, very long time. It is really fucked. I'm going to tell you, as a tall, skinny person, got a lot of problems, still really mentally fucked up, just skinnier. Like, I don't know, where did that even come from? Like, that psychosis of, if I'm skinny and pretty, nothing matters, everything will be happy, all my problems are solved. Where does that fucking even come from? That mentality, I definitely had it. For years. I see the TikToks late on Instagram. I also don't do the TikToks, but all the TikToks end up on Instagram eventually. Thankfully, they did that because TikTok's being deleted and all of these poor people's livelihoods. Holy shit. I'm really happy a lot of them already branched out to other social medias because Jesus Christ. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's 100% patriarchy. Like, we live in a world that extends privilege to and assigns virtues to pretty, skinny, rich. Yes. Which brainwashes you into thinking that's the solution, and none of it is. It's all fucked. Young, right? I mean, it took me this long just to, like, there's a word for just eating. It's called intuitive eating. Like, they literally had to create a term to just be like, hey, when you're hungry, maybe eat. Intuitive eating. What? Like, you gotta really fucking wonder sometimes, like, It's like that post we saw the other day where someone reposted something about vaccinations and they were like, how about instead of vaccinations, we're just all exposed somehow to a really small kind of negligent version of the virus so then we can build a natural immunity to it. Like you did it. You came full circle, but I'm not 100% sure you connected. You know, it's one of those where you're kind of, okay, what up, Peril? That's a beautiful face. It's really sad. I saw a kid on Instagram who battled the same type of cancer I had 5 times and some other stuff. Her mom is an almond mom, and her mother told her, well, at least going through chemo will make you lose excess fat. Not a joke. To this day, my mom says things like, mono was the best diet you ever got. Oh, fucked. We're so fucked up. They are. And that's what I'm saying, Kel. Like, that's what has helped me realize, like, that came from somewhere else. Probably my Nana. Like, I'm not kidding you. I listened to a podcast that was about, like, body dysmorphia and stuff like that. And there was genuinely a magazine in, like, early 1900s, late 1800s era that was all about how to solve your ugly baby. Because the worst thing in the world, like the worst outcome of childbirth, was that your baby was ugly. So they were putting arsenic-based lotions on their babies to bleach their skin. They were taping boards to their head to give them a flatter forehead. They were literally they would sew their eyelashes to their eyebrow hairs to widen their eyes while they slept. It is fucked. But my Nana my Nana was raised by nuns. God knows what fucked up shit that was. But then she raised, like, it's just, at some point, one of us has to wake up and be like, fat is not the worst thing we can be. What the fuck? It's crazy, right? Babies all look like potatoes. It's the sounds they make that make them cute, and the head smell. Because women's value is wholly dependent on her appearance in the eyes of men, and men mostly like thin, which is crazy. I mean, yes, I guess it's a case of there's just so many people in the world. Not thin, big fat ass, cellulite all over the place. I get dick all the time. I have never in my life been thrown out of a bed for the fat content of my flesh sack. In my life. Like, but that's society, right? But also, is it, like, you gotta, like, is that, like, for, like, just on a personal level, can't generalize personal experience ever, right? But, like, if I am so lucky that someone is willing to be naked with me and let me touch them, that's where the thoughts stop. I'm so lucky. You know? That's where the thoughts stop. It's not like, well, that's a little jiggly. What? It's just such crap. It's such crap. It's all crap. I don't, like, society has kind of, like, brainwashed us into thinking that's what but do we want that? And so I think there's a lot of people maybe out there just living in this horrifically miserable life and convincing themselves that it's happy. I don't know. Med-scared got cough medicine. Good. I've taken like 10 hits this week. You're up there with me because I went to New York, but I get you. I really hope you get back to that level. Pennies on the day will make sure they have an innie instead of an outie belly button. Yes. Various things like that. It was so crazy. I mean, they had baby corsets. I'm not kidding. It's wild but it's been forever. I don't know I don't have kids. It's not like I'm perpetuating and going on and changing the world in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. I want to eat kids because they look so fucking adorable. Cute aggression is real. And, hi, my name's Katie. I have cute aggression. I feel you. Just give me the little beans. What up, Rod? Good morning. There's an entire NSFW Reddit dedicated to the chunky thick girls. Just love your body, it's yours. Love what you love. Yeah. Like what you like, love what you love, and fucks what society says you should love. Because what? What a miserable life we'd all have. Yeah, I revel. I think that's why I revel in fetishes so much. is because I feel like that is at its base one of the most beautiful, pure things about someone is when they're vulnerable enough to be like, I like this thing. This is a thing I like that's not, you know, tits or ass. And it's fun. I think that's so much fun. And I'm so, like, kind of envious of people that have found that about themselves. And I find it amazing. My kitty's widow ears. He's a Maine Coon. Oh my God, not little ears. Don't Maine Coons have fucking huge ears? Aren't they? Maine Coons are the big ones, right? Yeah. I lost 80 pounds due to anxiety. My God. My mom and stepdad were finally proud of me. I want to hug you so bad. I mean, your story is so stupid relatable on the most disgusting level. I'm really sorry. It's just not okay. It just makes me like thinking it makes it worse when I hear about the same thing happening to someone else. Is that fucked? I'll say it actually did make most things better in my life when people find you attractive in every aspect. Again, our only value, smart. No one cares you're a woman. People hate women. The world hates women. I mean, that's case in point. I'm not saying you guys hate women. The world hates women. I recall hearing the Click read a post in one of his videos. If vaccines are safe, you could put it on a spoon and eat it. Try it. You'll die. And someone responded with, if broccoli was actually healthy, you could put it in a syringe and inject it. Try it. You'll die. Hi, Arcane. How are you? That's fucked. That's fucking funny and fucked. Funny and fucked. Yeah, Maine Coons. Yes, they're the ones with the Ron Perlman face. Thank you. That's what I thought. Yeah, I used to have one that, like, I didn't buy a Maine Coon, but he was definitely a Maine Coon mix of some kind. He was all gray, but he had that lion face. Literally, we were just talking about this recently. It's, yeah, Ron Perlman face. Yes. This is a good one. This is Fantagram. I feel like this is from a lot of movies. I think I've heard this in a fair amount of movies. What up, Wombat? How are you, love? My husband adores my body fat. We both interacted with larger bodies and he makes me feel like a goddess. I feel so bad for people that don't understand that being skinny doesn't mean healthy and being fat also doesn't mean unhealthy. I eat what makes me feel good, and if I gain or lose weight, he still adores me. That, I think, is why conversations like this are important, because genuinely, I guess, just talking with my therapist and theorizing, a lot of where my psychosis as a kid came from because I had no one on the outside saying anything different. Like, I was never proposed a different idea, ever. That, like, maybe being skinny isn't the most important thing you could ever value in your life ever over literally your health and longevity of existence on the planet. No idea. I was so isolated in just, like, a giant family, but my whole family was in this same, and none of my family watches my channel, but if any of my brothers for some reason are watching my channel, no shade, but every man in my family is the most disgusting, narcissistic, white trash chauvinist you can fucking imagine. Like, it's just hate women, make fun of women, poke at women, bully women, call them fat. No, I mean, genuinely pretty sure one of my brothers had a no fat chicks on his truck at one point. That level of just nauseating. And then the women feeding into that, I had no outside anything. And I think sometimes just having a conversation where people are like, your body fat percentage means fuck all to me. Just hearing that once or twice can genuinely do something. Like, maybe there's at least one person listening that had never heard that before, for fuck, God forbid, my God, fuck. But it perpetuates it exactly. It just perpetuates this fucking nauseating, like, women are less, we're only our looks, be pretty or nothing. Which is really fucking gross. Talked about how fat I was all the time. Over the course of, over the course of 7 years, I slowly gained the weight back. I live with them again and know every day, every breath, what they really think of me. I'm really sorry. It's so fucked. Fantagram absolutely fucks. I agree. That is fucked. I grew up with a family that had some meat on their bones while I remained a twig. They always commented on how much I had been eating and got on me a lot about constantly grazing because it costs a lot of money. Wow. Now I struggle to get myself to eat right because I don't have enough money or desire to eat healthy. I struggle to put on weight, but I roughly maintain the same weight. It's equally as fucked. I don't think it's right to make fun of skinny people either. Like, again, I feel like this goes without saying, commenting on someone's body is not okay. Right? I know so many people that are naturally thin and eat like a fucking dumpster. It is crazy the amount of food these people put away, and they are bones. That's just the way it is. Whereas if I crack a jar of peanut butter and sniff it, I'm going to gain 10 pounds. Everybody's body is different. It's not okay to judge bodies. Period. None of that's okay. Either way. And it's like, everybody's different, right? Bodies are weird and fucked and whatever. I get the whole childhood, you're fat. If you get skinny, it's going to be better, blah, blah, blah. And now I get you're too skinny. You need to eat. What are you doing? You're looking very thin. Are you okay? And my brain is now dealing with I can't make you happy. Like, genuinely, there is never a moment that I will have the approval of my parental units over my body. And why do I need it? It's fucked, because all you want is your parents to love you and approve of you. Like, that's genuinely everybody's craving in their child's soul, whatever. But why do we need it? Fuck them. Fuck them. I agree, Bobo, it is. My one basic rule in life, don't focus on someone for something they cannot control. How dare you? Yeah, end of discussion. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Women are pitted against one another. Look at all I joke about it, but the fact that any of us survived the early 2000s America's Next Top Model era without clawing each other's eyes out and dying of sheer starvation is fucking crazy. The amount of competitive looks, things, beauty shit. What are those things for the little kids? What are those, pageants? They start them in the fetus. I mean, they have pageants for newborns. It's crazy. They start them so young, just pitted against one another constantly. I love women, but man, I understand that the vast majority of women in the world are probably hard programmed to hate me just because of what's between my legs and what I present to the world, i.e. woman, which is wild. Genuinely wild, but we are hardwired. And I think the same thing kind of happens with the toxic masculinity thing. It's just it's a silent comparison that's constant, but also involves dick, which I can't even put myself there at all. Exactly. It's not your job to make others happy, period. If they put that on you, they're fucked, 100%. That's their problem. My mom's naturally thin. If she gains weight, it's in her stomach. I'm just thick, naturally thick. Me too. Huge butt, thick legs. Same. Let's fucking go! Slap your meats and be proud of them, kids! Let's jiggle our ham hocks together. You gotta, man. It's all we've got. I'm not my mother, but they think I'm supposed to be shaped like my mother. I'm not her. I'm 38 and I'm still broken. Yep. Yeah. I think it's there's no solace in it, but I truly think it's a forever. We are forever unbrainwashing that shit and trying to feel better about ourselves, I think. Yeah, making other people outside of your inner circles making other people happy outside of your inner circles impossible and not worth the effort. And this is just, I know we're very privileged, and I say that because we have a really thriving, awesome community that we've had for 10 years now on Twitch, and we have a place to go every day to just dump our whatnots and talk to other people. But there are so many fucking people out there genuinely trying to make everyone in your presence happy is impossible, and you will never be satisfied, ever. It is actually impossible. You can't fucking do it, so why kill yourself for it? It's inevitable. Someone's not going to like you. That's okay. Babies look weird. I love them. I love weird looking things though. I like me a pug or an eye. If you've ever seen one of those, they're pretty weird looking. 100%, Cal. It's just, I remember when I was a kid and I didn't quite understand it, but I remember my mom talking about, she was and this was early 2000s era, so very much the low-rise jeans, very thin, And I remember my mom saying things like, what the fuck happened? We literally physically burned bras in the 70s, and 20 years later, we've just taken 10 steps back, and now it's just this again. And I think about that a lot, that comment, because I'm is this cyclical? Is this just how society forces us to do? As soon as we start to make any sort of leeway whatsoever, it's just back into Tradwifesville. I don't know, but I think about it. You said ham, Mag's gonna show up. I know, he's gonna sense it. He's gonna smell it. I don't know how many lives my thick thighs have saved, but they've definitely saved my phone. I think I'm in a unique position in that my thick thighs have saved like tons of lives, but they've also ended some. So I'm probably in the neutral territory at this point. I come from a thick family. Grandma says must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. He loved my Nana and all her curves. My grandpa was the one person in my life that would make positive comments. My Nana was short and thick, little Irish woman. And my grandpa would make comments like, I don't want to be searching in the sheets for my wife. When my Nana would complain about her weight or something, he's like, I don't want to have to look for you. And I remember my grandpa died when I was like 12, but I remember him saying stuff like that. And I was like, that's pretty sweet and adorable. He would say comments like that every once in a while that I was like, man, okay. Exactly, Viana. We're not talking about those folks that had to learn in a hurry how to breathe out their ears. It's so fucked. It's so ingrained in our society to judge a book by its cover when no one bothers to read the book. They can't possibly remove themselves from the bubble they created for themselves. Even just a page or two increases your empathy by so much. 100%. Yeah, reaching out and just talking to people, like travel did that for me. I know that's not feasible for everybody, but I've had the privilege in my life to be able to travel a lot internationally. And genuinely, one of the biggest lessons that I have taken from my international travels is anywhere you go in the world, people are just people. Wipe your stereotypes. They're all bullshit. Like, it's the way someone projected how they felt in an area. I don't know what that is. Everywhere I've gone, even with language barriers, people are fucking lovely. For the most part, assholes are everywhere. And if you've never seen one, look in the mirror. But like, genuinely, people are just trying to pay their bills and get by. Everyone's just a people. Just doing their best. That's it. Every country I've ever been to. And like, even when no one can speak the fucking language, sometimes just some hilarious body language and smiling and laughing is enough to get you there. Because smiling and laugh, that is universal. That is universal. We're all laughing at this situation. I came to Thailand, don't speak Thai. I went to the country where nobody speaks English. We're going to figure this out. And we did. And I had an amazing passion fruit smoothie. People are just people. Yeah, genuinely, people are just people. And I think society in many micro-aggressive ways as well as macro-aggressive ways pits us against each other 100% so that we don't see what they're doing in the background, i.e. fucking up our lives. If we're constantly pitted against one each other, thinking our neighbors are our biggest enemy in the entire world, then we never look bigger. You know? I don't know, though. You can't generalize personal experience. I have no idea. I know literally nothing. I'm just a bitch on the internet. I don't know fuck all. But I try. I think that's important. I want to be a trad wife. I can make a mean rice pudding. Oh my god, would you homestead? I've always wanted a homestead. They do. Arcane, it's so weird. Yeah, my coffee pot, or I ran out of coffee pods, so I ordered coffee this morning, and genuinely there's no donuts.
No.
How does
I'm going to fuck you.
Dunkin' Donuts
Cock.
have a fucking what? Very odd. Very fucking odd. B-Treats, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. You're a bitch that made an amazing community. I don't know if I made one. I genuinely can't take credit for that. You guys are so self-sustaining at this point. Sustaining. But I'm very, very happy to be a part of it. Like, I feel like I'm the plug. That's it. Like, I'm just the outlet, if you will. And you guys are the filament of the bulb going, and I'm just watching, like, look how pretty the light is. But just part of it. We talked about this when, the horrible shutdown for COVID and everything went down. I genuinely feel horrible for people that didn't have something like this. Some way of having a community or having a hangout or having that third space where you don't have to spend money at all. Like, you can just be. You don't have to say hi. You don't have to say bye. You can just hang out, or you can participate in a conversation, or you can do whatever you want. Think about it. Like, more than half the world didn't have that. No wonder people lost their fucking minds. Whereas we got to come in every day and hang out like we do every day. And at least have some semblance of normalcy. Some. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it was so fucked up. But, like, that's what I'm saying. That's the beauty of this. And I never want that to go away. I never want that to go away. That's priceless. Same. Oh my God. Bobo, I know that sounds so trite, but it's so hard. Same. The amount of times I've felt so like dangerously isolated during the COVID thing, because it was literally just Zach and I, and Zach is the best thing in the entire world. Please don't get me wrong, but both, like, you just couldn't leave. Like, you were afraid of people. It was such a weird time, and this is one of those things I could still be with my people, and none of us were making each other sick. What a glorious thing that is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with the self-sustainability of it. I'm not I don't matter. I guess you don't matter. I don't matter.
Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters at all. Like movie night goes on regardless of whether or not I'm there. Like I love that though. I think that's important, and that just comes with time and very, very, very slowly, meticulously, like cultivating and just preaching what we believe in and cultivating a community of people with like-mindedness, but still different enough in their opinions that we have interesting conversations. We're all not just some huge echo chamber like, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
You know? I love that. That's my favorite. I feel that. I mean, I know you do too, but I feel that, and I'm grateful. Very grateful. Eternally. Oh, dream. My heart. Well, I mean, the cool thing is that, like, there's no, like, one community, right? Like, I genuinely don't think there's any of you who only watch this channel or only here or whatever. There's cross-pollination across the board, and that's one of my favorite things about Twitch is, like, raiding into Dan's channel, half my friends are there. Raiding into Elle's channel, like, you know it's like walking into a bar or walking into a coffee shop or something and just genuinely knowing I'm going to know at least half the people there, and I don't have to interact with any of them because they completely understand that maybe I just want to sit and read a book. But I'm here. This is me socializing. Like, socializing isn't the same to everybody. To some people, it's talking, it's interacting, it's being part of the thing. And for some people, it's just chilling. And that's kind of me. I kind of just like to be. I just want to be there and hang out and be part of the energy, but I don't want to be like... Does that make sense? I appreciate you, Molly. Like a bartender. Yeah, it's an outlet. That's it. It's just like a gathering area, but I'm genuinely one of those people. I just want to hang out. Like sometimes I don't want to be made to feel guilty. Like, you know, if you go to an in-person event and you sit quietly, everyone in the room's like, what's wrong? Why aren't you having a good time? I'm having a fucking great time until you did this. And now all I want to do is leave. Please stop it. I'm an adult. I can take care of myself. I genuinely just want to sit here right now. Like, I know I'm not the only one that has had that exact situation happen where you're just like having a fucking fabulous time until someone, what's wrong? You seem quiet. Well, nothing was wrong, but now I'm wondering why I'm quiet. Why are you like this? Never. That will never happen here. Man, I remember when before Twitch, like, integrated the bots, we had separate bots. So, like, I had a separate program I would open up that would be the bot in our chat, and it was called OnkBot. And it would, like, everybody had this. We all had external bots for our channel because it was the only way to moderate, like, you know, give the mods tools, I guess. And one of the things is that it would have a list on the side of the bot, and it would populate who was watching your channel. Every single username of anyone watching your channel, even if they weren't participating in chat. And for some reason, and this is not throwing shade, I'm just saying personally, I fucking hated it. And there are some Twitch channels I don't go back to this day because of this thing. They would watch that list and call out people as they popped into the channel, regardless of whether or not they said hi. Raise your hand if that makes you feel gross. Hated that. Real glad that went away. But oh my fucking God, there were good friends of mine. I'm very much a creeper. I just want to slide in and I'll sit for 15 minutes and then I'll say hi. Like, I just don't like eyes on me. I'm very I'm a wallflower kind of, like a big fucking bright wallflower. And they do that. I would leave. I would literally click out of the stream and be like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck just happened? I didn't even say hi. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. There was like a brand of streamer. I don't know if they exist anymore, but they were called shoutcast streamers, where essentially all they did was shoutcast people coming into their channel and then jerk them off. Nightmares. Nightmares. I value anonymity and just being able to do what the fuck I want and no one commenting on it beyond more things than I can possibly imagine. And I will fucking harbor that here until the end of time. You have my vow. My mods as well. Like, we are not in the business of bothering people, period. Unless you're a douche, in which case, shoot. Yeah, I think I remember that when I noped the fuck out without saying hi and never went back. I can't. I don't want that. It's so creepy. Like, I mean, we say it facetiously, but it's such a fact. Twitch is run by lurkers. Twitch is literally the fucking pulmonary artery of Twitch is lurkers. We like to just watch. That's our safe place. Leave us the fuck alone. Offended. Yeah, the amount of anxiety that gives, because immediately you feel like, and it was, I mean, seriously, it was a way of pressuring people into joining chat and interacting, because there was this, Twitch is constantly changing things, but there was this period of time where, like, I could look at my viewers and it would say X amount of viewers, but the only people that counted as viewers were people chatting. Lurkers, genuinely, that Twitch did this, decided lurkers didn't count. At all. Period. It was so fucking weird. So it was a way of baiting people, like, oh my god, cuteness, how the fuck are you? See you popping in a chat, you just hanging out, how's your day going? Da 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 da. It'd get you to be like, either leave or hi? Absolutely a way of doing that, because Twitch did that for a while, where you didn't count as a viewer until you spoke, and you had to speak in chat like every 15 minutes or something in order to count as a viewer. And the reason we started I don't think Twitch was open about this. We started catching on to it because of drops in ESO. I'm not even fucking kidding you. People that lurked and didn't chat would never get drops. And we were like, what the fuck? Because most people, if you guys remember the days of ESO, the drops were shit. I mean, they were just like health potions and whatever. You'd join an ESO chat and get a drop. Instantaneously. The moment you spoke, drop. Instant. And hundreds of people wouldn't get drops. And so we started looking into it and looking into like the background information on Twitch and shit. And it was because if you were a lurker, you didn't count. And it was their way of trying to pressure people into chatting, I guess. It was fucked. I don't think it does that anymore. But it was gross and no one looked at. What up, Saron Lynn? How are you doing? I'm just going to stare right at you. Did I make it weird? Anonymous follows are becoming more and more of a thing, and I love it 100%. Like, yeah, I don't ever want someone to feel like they're on the spot if they don't want to be. I hate that. I've seen someone literally have a meltdown in his chat because his chat was slow and was shitting on lurkers. Absolutely not. I know I'm coming from a unique position as a streamer lurker, but absolutely not. I will speak for the people. Don't look at me. Is there any fucking better way to do it? You guys know, I mean, I just did that I'm sorry I bullied you with my eyes. You guys know when we watch music videos and shit, prolonged eye contact, stop it. Stop with the emotional singing while you stare into my eyes and read my soul. Hate it so much. Stop it. My worst enemy is the emotional eye contact singer. I have to stop. I have to look. I genuinely can't enjoy your content because I'm very uncomfortable with this level of intimacy. Don't look at me. I might be in the room. It doesn't mean you have to comment. You're not like walking around your local bar and being like, wow, hat. Wow, shirt. Looks like nice shoes you're wearing. Interest. Like, what? Find your own. If people want to talk, they want to talk. Period. Wombat, that's not unfortunate. There's nothing wrong with liking it, but I tried to take into, as someone who's very socially anxious and a big ball of nope all the time, I try to take into account the people, like, if something that makes a couple people happy makes the vast majority of people highly uncomfortable, I probably won't do it. I want to find something that makes everyone comfortable and happy. If that makes sense. Is it weird that I'm okay with Katie staring into my soul? A lot of people are very cool with eye contact. Zach and I have actually talked about this because both of us have a weird thing about prolonged emotional eye contact. I feel like I'm staring too much, so I'm definitely going to be skipping around you for a minute. I'll just organize something. Zach and I have talked about it, and like, we don't know, but I've talked about it with my therapist and stuff, and I think a lot of it comes from, at least when I was a kid, it was, I'm talking to you, look at me. Are you even listening? And getting your face grabbed and getting held when you're in trouble. And it was like if I don't give you eye contact, I'm not giving respect and I'm not listening to you, but also this intense eye contact means I'm in trouble. And it's this really fucking gross dichotomy of that, to where now when people do it, my body doesn't know what to do. It's very like, am I in trouble or am I paying attention? So like half the time, if someone is too long-winded, I start to check out of the conversation because I'm too focused on how often I've looked into their eyes. This is why I like eating over like talking over food or talking over a bong, talking over an activity, because I know your eyes are genuinely going to be somewhere else the majority of the time, and I don't have to be concerned with like, is this enough attention? Is this attention? Are we in trouble? Like, did I do it wrong? Like, I don't know anymore. It's really fucked. Yeah. Oh, Viata, I hate it. Ew. The young lady. It's the young lady. You really got me. You look at me when I'm talking to you, young lady. Mom, stop! Yes, it was horrid, and I think that's where it comes from, because I've never been okay. I mean, even with an intimate partner who I fuck, I'm more comfortable letting them glare straight into my butthole than my eyes. Ugh, I think that's why I thrive on camera, because I can't see you. I don't know how hard you're looking. I can't, like, theater was, I've major stage fright. I went into directing as soon as I could, because I'm just, yeah, right, like, I guess I'm just gonna, do you guys want to color coordinate makeup palettes? Yeah, we could do that. I just kicked my dog. He's under my desk. Prolonged eye contact, Bo Burnham style. Exactly. Katie. It's like, what a weird thing, but it got you, like, it's just how your brain gets, like, adjusted to it, I guess. I'm like 3 millimeters off the screen. That's how, oh my God, can you see? Wait, what kind of screen though? Did you ever shove your face against a TV as a kid just to look at the 3 bars of color? Things that I remember as an adult, an old adult, is like, wow. Remember just squishing your face up against the TV until the static electricity was pulling at your baby hairs and picking out the 3 bar squares, and then going back and being like, how? And then doing it again. Our brains are melted. Like, we probably, the amount of face squishing to figure that shit out. The literal tube TV, yeah. It would have that gross, it was like a rounded glass, and it would static all the baby hairs on your face. And you'd be, if you got real close and squinted, you could see the individual red-green bars. It was weird. The RGB lines, yeah. I don't know. Should I get up on my screen? Can you still do that? Wait. No. It's fine. Dude, that was my TV all through college. My TV was like this big, but the screen was this big. And it had a VCR built in, and I could play Nintendo 64 on that bitch. That was my college TV for years. It was great. Phosphors, only the CRTs have them. I mean, I found that out just now, but what a bummer. Oh, really? LCD screens are similar, but the pixels are so small. I'm sure my aged eyes probably can't even see that close anymore. Like, I can't. Like, you know what I'm actually having the realization of is the fact that I could squish my nose against something as a kid and focus on that thing. It's just blurry now. Did we actually focus on it, or was it blurry? Are my eyes? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make the ring out. How did we do that? We could focus on it, right? Like, our eyes were just genuinely better when we were kids. Cool. Okay. So we're realizing that together. Sick. That's awesome. We love that together. It was crazy heavy. It was probably easy, like 50 pounds. That TV. It was great, though. It was like one thing. I loved that. It was amazing. Right, Mullen, you couldn't see it, huh? Yeah, I did it too. And genuinely, putting my nose against the screen, it's just blurry because I'm old now. It's fine. I mean, not old, but you know what I'm saying. Aged eyes. The aged eyes they are. When I did things like that as a kid, I don't think a lot of thought went into it. I was just being a weird fucking kid. 100%. It's half the reason we stuck things in our mouths. It's just to figure it out. Like, what is it? Zach was telling me, I mean, I guarantee we all have a weird story like this. Zach just told me one the other day. He was like, we were walking through New York, and you know the trees that drop, like, the twirlers seeds? He was like, you know, when I was a kid, we used to crack those open when they were still green, and then you'd get the seed out, and the seed had, like, a special skin on it, and you'd peel the skin off, and then we'd stick it on our faces, and it would look like blisters and warts. Like, that's just what kids did. I don't know if they still do these things. I hope so. Because, like, what are they going to talk about in their 30s? When I was a kid, I saw on TikTok, me too. End of conversation. I genuinely hope. Yeah, who didn't do shit like that? Maple trees. Yeah. I remember tearing apart. For me, I was very much like the magical. I thought I was a fairy. Like, unicorns were real. I'm still this child, just an FYI. But Fern Gully. Anybody see Fern Gully? You have to make it grow. I would tear the seed out and hold it in my hands for hours. Like, I'm a fairy and I'm going to make you grow. And it would just like die and cook between my sweaty child palms. Who didn't do these things? Unicorns are real. Thank you. So are fairies. My kids gather walnuts, crack them open, and get their hands all black. Yep, from the oil, 100%. And then you look at the nut, the black oily nut, and it looks like a creepy bloody brain. Oh yeah, we used to do like stamps with them. Didn't work, but you know, try to stamp them on the sidewalk and make the brain. They smell fucking disgusting. Yep, there's something about that smell kills. I'm not. That's so weird that you even mentioned this. In my life, like there's a certain flavor / smell profile that I describe as dusty nut. And it is that exact smell. And every once in a while, I'll eat a food or I'll smell something or there'll be a perfume just very randomly. And I'm like, dusty nut. Because it's like a dusty old fucking walnut. That's all that comes to my mind. It's so weird, but that is genuinely something that has gone through my life. Dusty nut. And it's that exact like sour. It's like sour, astringent. I don't know. How do you describe it? It's gross. It's not good, but it's a thing. I don't know what it is, why it's in foods, but it's definitely a flavor profile that I've picked out in things. It's in thank you, Viata. Yes, you know the exact scent I'm talking about. I don't know why. I know a dusty nut sounds hilarious. It sounds like, yeah. It's not even dust. I don't even think dust has anything to do with it. I coined it dusty nut as a child, like this flavor profile of walnut oil smell. And it's just gone forward with me. And it's in some perfumes. It's almost like metallic. Makes you go, I don't like it. I think some kids still do that shit still, but kids have a lot of shit they can do. When I was a kid, I had my Nintendo and the outside. Kids have so many things that pull their attention these days. Which, do you think that's good or bad? Because I'd say that's like I don't know. I feel like I had a shit ton of stuff pulling my brain all the time as a kid too, though. Do you think that's just forever? Because not only when you're a kid are you spoiled and probably have toys and shit, but like everything is so new still. You've literally only been on the planet X amount of years. I've only been on the planet X amount of years. Don't get me wrong. I don't genuinely think I'm old. If I'm old at 36, that means literally more than half of my life I just have to be old. Fuck you. I don't accept that. That's not what I'm saying. But do you know what I mean? I feel like I had a shit ton to do as a kid. Like, I could either go into the woods and build a fort. I could go into the backwoods and build a fairy fort. I could go walk on the beach. I could go fishing. I could take one of the kayaks out and go kayaking down the lake. Like, I, I, I feel like I had a ton of stuff to do. I had a huge bookshelf. I had tons of movies I could watch. Like, I didn't feel ever bored. But I don't know. Does anyone else eat food and swear they taste dirt? Sometimes. Yeah. I definitely, like, Zach makes fun of me for it. He says I have a stronger nose than most people. I don't know how legit that is, but, like, I smell stuff that he will have no cognizance of. I'm like, do you smell shit right now? I'm washing the dogs. One of them stepped in something, and he's like, no. And the dog's literally, like, got its feet on his face. I don't know or if he has a dead sniffer, I have no idea. But apparently I have a very strong sniffer. And there are some things that I'll just pick out. And then I can't get past it. I'm like, that's now all I taste. That's it. That's all there is. Fresh opened walnut. Yeah, it's not a good smell. It's usually the perfumes that people like to wear way too much of and leave puddles where there's opium. Who makes opium? Is it Estee Lauder? Hold on. Not the drug. Parfum. YSL. All the women in my family, I don't know why, but all of my aunts, my mom, and my nana, they buy those like, I know. Sorry, not the drugs. Opium by YSL. It's so viscerally cognizant to me, this shit. Because this is what all the women in my family wear, and they bathe in it. I swear to God. What I learned is that at Christmas time, they get that huge pack that has like opium perfume, lotion, body wash, and douche or something. I don't know. It's got like everything, and they live in it. So their lotion, it's opium. Their parfum, it's opium. Their douche is, I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but it's genuinely... It's that when you smell them when they get out of their car in the parking lot, not an exaggeration. You know Aunt Elaine's here because you taste it. That's this. It's not a bad smell. I just don't know why they fucking have to bathe in it. Like, if I smell your perfume and we're not hugging, I genuinely think that's too much. Perfume is a personal thing. It's an intimate thing. Like, that's a lot. The fact that you said that, man, it congested me. Thinking about it just congested my nose, but I swear to God, it's so fucking strong. And it's got that astringency. Yeah, it's almost like acetone or something. It makes you do that. A super smeller. Is that a thing? I always thought it was just part of being neurospicy. Is that like everybody at the table's enjoying it? I'm like, do you guys taste like I am? Oh my God, maybe. So no shit, Zeke is the cook in the house. I don't enjoy cooking. He likes cooking, so he does most of it. I cook once in a while. I get a wild hair. But there was a couple nights, and he's a good cook. Please don't get me wrong. Like, he cooks very well. There was a couple nights where I would smell like burning oil / acetone in the kitchen out of nowhere. And I would come out and ask him, like, what's wrong with your pan? Are you cooking something different? Like, we were just trying to, because he didn't smell anything. Nothing. He was like, I just smell steak. What the fuck? And so we were trying to figure it out. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, we've got these huge things of like different cooking oils. And there is sun in this room. Like, how long are those shelf stable? And I look it up and it literally says, if you smell acetone, your oils are rancid. I cracked one of the oils and genuinely did like a, it was fucking disgusting. So bad. Genuinely rancid. I know what oil smells like. Oil doesn't bother me. It was rancid olive oil. Really bad. And so we threw it away and instantaneously it all went away. We got new pans too. But anyways, it all went away. Like, it was just that. But maybe I am. Maybe I just have a weird... I thought it was me being like, you know, like... Not picking on my little sister, but there was definitely like a period of time where my neurospicy little sister, definitely ADHD, could not eat food that wasn't white on a white plate. Like years as a baby. So it was white rice with butter. It was toast, white Wonder Bread toast with the crust cut off with butter. Like, that was all she could eat. Buttered noodles on a white plate. Like, that level of I thought it was something like that, but maybe I do just have I got a big nose. It's possible. Remy, oh my God, I love Ratatouille though. The CK1 craze. Or it was CK1 or ClassyKatie. And I am guilty as charged. My perfume of choice back when I didn't know any better and bathed in it, because I was trying to cover up cigarette smoke, because who didn't do that in their teens? Not you! You were better than me. I know you were. Clinique Chance. Which is just, I still have a bottle because to this day my family's like, that's Katie's scent. It just smells kind of like a baby hooker. A little bit. Which, it's cool, but like, it covers up other smells really well. That's why it's so strong. I think we were all guilty of one of those at one point. Or, and I know these bitches still exist because, oh my God, I didn't tell you this. Body spray. Body spray offenders. I'm so sorry. Right now, I just want you all to get ready. Where is one of the most inappropriate places to body spray yourself? With Victoria's Secret Love Spell. Is it an airplane in the air? Might be. It might be. An airplane in the air? Are you fucking with me? Like, well, there's many inappropriate. No. Just where to. If you've never seen a body spray offender, it's not a. It's a. I've never seen body spray applied in a different way. It's not an excuse to not bathe. Just stop it. Both plane rides. I'm not fucking with you. This hasn't ever happened to me before, actually. I've seen some smelly feet out on a plane. Wear your fucking shoes. I've seen, people snore and get their lay into someone else's chair. Stop that, be an adult. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit on airplanes. I have never experienced someone stand up, pull out a legitimate bottle of Victoria's Secret Love Spell, and full body spray themselves while we are still mid fucking flight. That plane, I would have rather a baby diaper. Are you kidding me? It was like recirculating through the fucking air vents and just being blasted in everyone's face for the next 2 hours. Inappropriate bathe. Axe. Axe is the equivalent to the body spray. Yeah. Axe. It was just an excuse not to bathe. That's it. Wear deodorant and bathe. Drink water. Might, so did I. All of these things that I'm calling out, like, these are inappropriate behaviors. This is how you body spray. It's because it was me. Just to be very fucking frank with everyone. I'm not sitting here out judging an experience I have not lived, embraced, and fucking thrived in. 100% stupid child, smoked lots of drugs, including cigarettes in my car, and used copious amounts of Victoria's Secret Love Spell all over my body, thinking that'll do it. What? Been there, done that. I think most of us have. We've all been fucking guilty of the Axe excuse, like, sure, basketball practice, but there's a party. That'll do it. Now you just smell like BO and Axe. But everyone was like, I guess that's just us now. This is teen life. What up, Sleep? How are you? Same. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's exactly what it was. Like, I remember timing it perfectly. From my job, I had a 45-minute drive home. If it was from school, it was a 30-minute drive home. In Washington State, and I'm sure this is other places, but in Washington State, it's very much a thing that we measure distance in the amount of time it takes to get there, not necessarily the miles, because mountains. So I have no idea what the miles were. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I had it fucking timed. I knew when I needed my cigarette to be done on my drive home and when I needed to start bathing in the love spell so that my car got aired out. So it could be like negative 20 degrees in the middle of winter and I'd have all my windows down in my little Saturn LS with like fucking Slipknot blaring out the stereo at 11 o'clock at night, airing it out and love spelling myself, and then a spritz of Chanel Chance before I go in the house, because none of that is in any way, shape, or form conspicuous for little old Katie. who's literally cold 24/7 and would never roll her window down for fucking Satan himself. What the fuck? Just idiotic. We're dumb children. I had all of this like to a science. As to how, and like it worked. It wasn't real, because genuinely my mom was like, we could smell you coming into the house, and it smelled like a strip club. Like cigarettes, love spell, a little something fancy, and probably some liquor, but you made it home safe. And you made it home before curfew, which also, to give, I don't know if this is credit or not, I had a crazy curfew. I had to be home by 1 a.m. Spoiled. Like, some people are like, you had a curfew? I'm like, yeah, but it was 1, so did I? Like, I know. I give them, like, credit for this. My little sister, like the last of us, didn't have a curfew. She got to go spend the weekend with her college boyfriend in Spokane. Slut. She's great. She's a lawyer now. She's fine. But, like, you know, respectable. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing past 1 a.m. as a teenager? Nothing good. I did all my bad in high school, and then I got to college. And college is where my mom, like, actually worried about me. And me trying to convince her, like, nah, Mom, I made friends with a bunch of computer science majors, and we play Guitar Hero until 4 a.m. Like, all you have to worry about is sleep deprivation at this point. And she'd be like, I saw some liquor in one of those pictures. I'm like, yeah, we each did 1 car bomb and then played Guitar Hero until 4 a.m. Like, please. I got that out before I was 18. I'm just a nerd now. Like, I've embraced it, please. The dichotomy of it was crazy. It was weird. Baby Soft. Oh, Baby Soft lips. Those exist still. You can get them at Sally's. Literally, we smelled you, but we let you believe you outsmarted us. I'm not kidding. That was kind of how it was. That's how it feels later in life getting away. I'm like, Curfew was 10 p.m. That's what I'm saying. I think I kind of got away with a later curfew because I worked. It still exists. It's at Sally's. I'm not shitting. I just saw it recently when I got the shit to bleach my hair. They still have soft lips. Baby soft. The long, skinny, white ones. I almost bought them, and then I was like, I vaguely remember having to reapply that constantly because I think it dries my lips out. The nostalgia is getting me, but, like, not that hard. But almost. It almost got me there. Almost got me there. But yeah, when I worked, because I was 45 minutes from home also, where my job was, which was, like, the only place to get a job was the next town over, I worked until, like, 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, and then I had a 45-minute drive home. So, like, I got a little bit of leeway, I think, because I had a job. And genuinely, like, not a flex. I was a shithead in middle school. By the time I got my license and a job, that's all I needed to clean up. Like, it was, I feel like being an undiagnosed little spicy child, it was very much a case of just idle hands. You leave me to my devices, and I will get up to my devices. Whereas, like, I just like to be busy. I like having a job. I like working. I like having responsibilities. Like, it gives me some sort of, like, routine. Again, super weird how much I hate it and love it at the same time. But it gives me that. And I've worked ever since I was 15. Like, it genuinely, I've never not had a job. I love it. I like having something to do and being social with people and whatnot. Some jobs suck. Like, don't get me wrong. BDO, it's your fucking birthday? Hold up. My throat's very dry since coming back to the big ol' CO. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you.
It died right there at the end. Happy fucking birthday.
Are you going to eat something delicious? I hope so. When I was 15, my dad told me, I don't care if you do drugs, just don't bring it in the house or car. If you do and I lose my CDL, I'll beat you into a pulp. I don't care if you do pot, coke, whatever, just don't make me lose my CDL and be responsible. Damn. I mean, that's one way to do it. I thankfully had a lot of medical people in my life. I've never been interested in the hard stuff, and I'm very grateful for that, because everybody in my family dies due to addiction or alcoholism. But, like, my mom's era is all nurses, and so I grew up with those dinner table conversations of, like, what people on drugs do, and I was like, I don't want that. And pot has never made me want to do another drug. Ever. Like, I'm quite happy with some marijuana. It does not make me suddenly just want to tap a vein. I don't know. I've heard some people say that. not my jam. My dad was a teacher with a psych minor, and he had my spiciness in control. I swear to God, I can read. Often too well. I mean, what is too well? Wait, what is too well? Oh, Jade, shut up. Did she sing the birthday song? Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God, she didn't tell me. I'm gonna have to send her a video of my happiness. Happy fucking belated. Oh, I'm so happy. Everyone deserves to be sung to on their fucking birthday. Oh, I'm so happy. She's definitely been my friend long enough to probably know that song by now, and I'm so sorry. I legit smelled like Skin So Soft for most of my 20s. Once we learned that shit repelled mosquitoes, it was liquid gold on Long Island 90s. Oh, I believe that. Jesus Christ. My mom has a story of literally running from a physical, like a visual cloud of mosquitoes on Long Island. Is that how bad? Like, she has a story of that. Like, there was a clump of trees, and her and my dad were just like walking through a park or something, and you heard it. And then you were just in it, and they had to, like, book it out of a clump of fucking mosquitoes. It makes my skins crawl, and I hate it. Oh, does that happen? Oh, I can't. I don't know how I guess I've just never been out there. I've never been in, like, the country in the summer of New York where there's forest and stuff. Ugh. I would die. They would suck me dry. I would die. Same, Vinny. Same. To this day, like, I have never, and I don't want to. Like, I'm not even curious. I've never had curiosity, which I'm grateful for, because I guarantee, just looking at both sides of my family, if addiction's genetic, oh, bitch, my sister and I would be prime. My dad literally died of raging alcoholism. His dad died of it. My nana was an alcoholic on my mom's side. Like, it's just rampant throughout my family. Like, there's been, like, a great uncle died of a heroin addiction, rest in peace. Like, just some of the most horrible things. We are the most conglomerated little globule of, like, you should probably get addicted. And neither of us drink. I smoke pot. Coffee. I guess we're addicted to caffeine, but who the fuck isn't? But I'm so grateful, and I will never take that for granted, because genuinely I should just, it's in me. If it's there, it's there. Like, it's scary. A nice 4-day weekend? Fuck yeah, are you gonna relax? Or are you gonna drive 6 hours for, like, apple cider donuts? Oh, did I do it? No, don't think about it. You're fine. Relax. Same, and Dream, that's, I think, watching my family, like, slowly tick off due to alcohol or drugs and stuff like that also might have done something psychologically as a kid. Like, no good feelings worth what that did. That's scary. So that maybe did something, but I'm grateful for that, because addiction it's a mental thing. It's scary. Like, if you got it, you got it. And, like, what do you do? I've seen what it does to people. Lots of friends to heroin use and whatnot. And that's a big no for me. It's very scary. And what a scary addiction that is. Yeah, same. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, you know what's funny, Taz? I kind of agree. I've never seen a clump of horseflies. You made my spine contract. Why would they be in a clump? Do they do that? So I lived in Maryland for a while and experienced black flies, but recently learned what the fuck they were, because everybody calls them gnats. Which, like, born on the West Coast, and we have gnats, but they look more like fruit flies, and they don't bite. They're just, like, outside, and if you walk through a bundle of them, they might get in your eye or something, and you're like, disgusting, this is so gross, but they don't bite or anything. Then when I moved to Maryland, they would be in the grass, and you'd be walking around in the grass and get all these bites up and down your legs, and people are like, that's the gnats. And I'm like, gnats, or I didn't know what a gnat was, I guess. Black flies. I learned they were black flies. They're those little tiny motherfuckers. They're microscopic, and they're in the grass, and they come up and they bite you when you walk through it. It fucking makes me itch. Oh my God, Mishy, I thought you said douched in bug spray. Like, the chat jumped at just the right moment, and my brain immediately. How doth one? I don't want to know. Do I want to know? No. Mm-mm. Went camping as a kid near a lake in South Dakota. I woke up with 79 mosquito bites on my back alone. Yes, we counted. You have to. If there's more than 20, you best count that. That's incredible. I also had one that swelled the entirety of my back and hand. This is making my ass clench. I'm literally getting a workout. Can't get donuts. Cidery's closed for the season. I'm bummed for you. That would be me. I mean, that's so much. What the fuck? It's so crazy, and I feel like I just talked about this recently, but something I learned later in my life in just learning about biology of the world is that, like, in North America, our, like, main predominant pollinator is mosquitoes. Honeybees are not native to North America. They were brought over from fucking Great Britain. So, like, we are mosquitoes. Let's just start there. Then you get down even smaller. So there's, like, hundreds of species of mosquitoes. Less than 5% of those mosquitoes are bloodsuckers. And the only ones that suck blood are pregnant females. That's it. And yet, you ask anyone what's their least favorite thing, they're probably mosquitoes. Fuck them. But, like, we fucking need them. Like, the male mosquitoes quite literally just pollinate. They're incredible pollinators. They are fucking sucking off your roses, bee. You know what I'm saying? They're great. But fuck their wives! Fuck those pregnant wives! They do. It's something about the blood protein. I think it, like, incubates the eggs or something, too, in their gut. But I can't... Horseflies, why would they be... No, horseflies are horrible. I used to be a horse girl. Horseflies are fucking horrific. Absolutely not. Chiggers, the ones that bite your ankles and legs, they're horrible. It's making my toes curl. They're so bad. I once camped in Scotland in heather. We were covered in citronella oil so they didn't bite. We could feel them. Shut up. Why is that worse? Shut the fuck up. Why is that worse? Why is that worse? I have to, yeah. Yeah, feel them crawling over our faces looking for somewhere to dig into. Okay. Me too. That's why I'm so scared of them. Like, scared of them. I'm cognizant of mosquitoes. If someone's like, there's a lot of mosquitoes out, I dress head to toe, skin tight clothes with multiple layers to try to prevent the bites. They find me. We actually watched a special about it on stream recently. That's what I'm saying. We just talked about this recently. And it has something to do with, I think it was like, was it carboxylic acid? I can't remember. There's a specific sweat profile that some of us put off that attracts mosquitoes. Genuinely, like, there are people mosquitoes like more. That's what we took from that video. I don't know why we put it off. I think it has something to do with more just a higher metabolism, i.e. you burn. We put off a lot of CO2. But it's absolutely, yeah. We watched that recently, and was it carboxylic acid? Yeah, we emit it in our sweat or something, our smell more. And so what citronella does, like mosquito repellent, really it's just covering up your natural smell. So it makes you invisible to mosquitoes, technically. Like Sorolin's saying, like, they're crawling all over the place, but they're not smelling something to bite at all. But some of us put off so much of that shit that it doesn't cover it up, which is why we just get bit to fuck. I'm itching. Yeah, let's talk about what's your favorite donut? Because speaking of Dunkin' Donuts, and I feel bad saying this because genuinely, like, Dunkin' Donuts has a supply chain issue, which is so weird. They don't have any donuts. Like, Dunkin' Donuts has a supply chain issue of donuts. They have no donuts right now. But if you get a chance, and I know Dunkin' isn't the best donuts in the world. Like, genuinely, I'm not a huge fan of their donuts. They tend to be kind of dry and sad. They made a whoopie pie donut that's a chocolate glazed, I think. Or is it a chocolate cake donut? It's a chocolate cake donut that they cut in half and then fill with, like, really good, thick whipped cream. Like, whooped cream. It's so fucking good. And I'm so sad that there's, like, this supply chain issue because I want to tell you guys to go try it because it's just really good. I mean, I bought 2 for Rod as, like, a thank you for taking care of the dogs. I bought you 2 of my new favorite donuts. Please love them. And the day we got back, which was 6 days later, he genuinely was like, those donuts you got were so fucking good. Like a Dunkin' donut. What the fuck's a whoopie pie? Oh my God, do not Urban Dictionary that. Oh no, don't. We have to stop. What's your favorite donut? Stop! I really like apple fritters because I like to pull them apart like monkey bread with like a black cup of coffee. Yum. That's probably one of my favorites. A chocolate glazed is really like classic as fuck. Love a chocolate glazed. I love donuts, if that's not apparent. Deep fried bread, like how do you go wrong? You can. That's a lie. You can definitely go wrong, but wow, how they go right with it sometimes. Like, goddamn. A special, right, like, especially if you can manage to make an apple fritter that's not oily. And I don't know how to describe that, but apple fritters are so fucking dense that I think sometimes, I don't know, I'm not a donut maker, but some places just deep fry them for too long or something, and they just taste like oil. Like a light and fluffy pull apart fucking apple fritter. Oh, with a black, big old fucking, I mean, however you take your coffee. I like the bitter and the sweet, like the together. Yum. So good. That is absolutely one of my favorites. Like, ugh. Can you imagine, Johnny, what a sad, is that why this karma is happening? Because honestly, like, I make jokes like I must have been someone terrible in my past life because what the fuck is happening? That might check out because, yeah. That might check out, to be real. Yes, he ate the donuts on top of the sweets you left him. I don't want to hear a damn word about him gaining weight. Dude, Rod's one of those tall, skinny people that I don't think gains weight. And just... like a is it Kirby? That... You guys have the emote. The sucking emote? That's Kirby, right? Yeah, Jigglypuff is different. That's Kirby. I fuck those. They're just pink blobby things. I fuck them up all the time. Yeah. 100%. I put a huge bag of the Rocky Road in the freezer specifically because I told Rod I would save cookies and I took him out and thawed him. One of the first things he said to me when I came back, other than I melted your teapot on the stove and broke your favorite mug. I ate all the cookies. I hope that's okay. I'm like, bro, we ate the other half, please. Like, we ate all of them plus a half of the Rocky Road. Like, that was all there was. So, just eat them. So, to save anyone Googling something dangerous, here's a whoopie pie. Thank you, Kona. So, if you click that, a whoopie pie, it's like, that's such a bright page. It's like a fluffy chocolate cookie, 2 chocolate cookies, and then whipped cream. But, like, it's not frosting. And this is why I think it's, like, different. It's not frosting, and it's not the cummy cream that they put in, like, a Boston cream or something like that. I don't really like those. It's like a decadent, like, a whipped cream that you would top a pie with or something that, like, holds its own. I'm not a cook. Again, like, I don't know what kind this is, but then you put the 2 cookies together and it's just fucking phenomenal. I don't know how to describe them. They're so good. Whoopie pies, big fan of moon pies. If you've never had a moon pie, not the same thing, just as delicious. My favorite donut is 1 apple fritter, 2 a Persian. Wait, what's a Persian? Chocolate covered cake donuts, but cream filled is a close second. Yeah. It's the cream, but not the like Boston. Nothing against Boston cream. It's just donut shops. It's like, you know what it is? I'm not going to say because we're keeping this a nice, pleasant conversation. And I'm not going to tell you what that reminds me of. Dude, it was just the fucking camera software. It's because I have an Elgato camera. You have to have the Elgato fucking software. And it updated. And instead of being like, hey, do you want to check out all these new features with Elgato? It was like, we're putting you in a new feature of Elgato. You can't change it till you're not live. So I literally just got rid of it. I just went, absolutely not. I don't want you. Yeah, it was just their fucking... It's not a bad, like, it's kind of a cool effect-ish, but I feel slightly unnecessary. I feel like it might have ran my PC relatively hot for no reason. Same. I like a custard in a tart, if that makes sense, where it's firm and kind of holds its own, and it's more of like a hand food, but liquid, like, I don't like pudding. It's just kind of puddingy. Is whoopie pie very East Coast? Okay, maybe that's where it comes from. My dad was from New York, so that would check out. I have no idea. In assisted living, we had to take it seriously, so I had to manage every room ending in 25, wasted all of our time, reported to management oh, wait, I missed the first one. Okay. I have a story about this week. Got what we think was a prank call for the first time at work after hours. Excuse me. Room 20. Jesus Christ. Room 25 is choking on their shower curtain? We don't have a room 25. Do you mean 225, 325, etc.? Oh yeah, room X. Oh, you mean Lady X? I'll check on her right away. Actually, I'm receiving intel they're fine. You don't need to check. No, if they're choking, I need to check. Is this a prank call? What's your name? Hang up. How did they even get your phone? That's so dumb. A frost. Oh my God. Is it like, wait, I'm going to look it up. Hold on. I'm looking up Persian donut. I think I know what you're talking about. Yep. Oh my God, yes. There is, if you are in the Pacific Northwest, motherfuckers, let me fucking tell you. I think it's in Burlington. Also in LaConner. Wow, we're really pulling towns out today. I must not be high enough or just high enough. Not sure. There is a restaurant. They're owned by the same people. They're called the Calico Kitchen. And I fuck you not, I had the best run of my entire life after downing one of their cinnamon rolls, which was a fucking Persian. But I'm in no way, shape, or form am I exaggerating. At least this big. Like a square. But the cinnamon roll, and then they dump fucking caramel and like pecans or something all over it. But it's a cinnamon roll on the inside, so you're still getting that pull apart cinnamon nonsense. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, you can get them frosted as well. I saw the frosted ones. I don't like frosting. Like I've never had a frosting that I died for, so I kind of avoid it. I don't doubt it's delicious though. They literally, if you go to this Calico Kitchen, they have a case. You don't have to do the sit down restaurant if you just want to get the baked goods, but every cinnamon roll is enormous. Like it's a 4-person deal. I ate the entire thing and ran 9 miles on accident. Carbs are hot magic. On accident. Like, I remember so specifically hitting the 7-mile mark, and it was this point in my run where either I go straight and I go home, or I do another 2-mile loop, and I was like, why not? What psychopath does that? Carbs. They're a drug on they're just a different level of drug. I don't know what it was. But holy shit. Best run of my life. Ever. Whoopie Pie has a company? In New York City, there's literally a Whoopie Pie company, and I didn't know about it. Guess I have to go back immediately. I think I left something there anyways. Oh, I would fuck that s'mores one up so hard. Shut the fuck up. Yum. Such a good song. Poor George Michael. Powdered donuts are delicious. Honestly, it really I feel like I love all donuts if you make good donuts. My biggest pet peeve, and this might be my weird mouth and my weird nose, extra smelling or extra tasting, but oily donuts. Like donuts that the first thing I taste is sweet and oil. I hate it. It's like gross. Like figure out how to fry a donut. I don't know. Is it old oil? I don't know what that is, but that's just not okay. Hello, Taco Love. How are you? It makes me sweat. My chat did the double. Don't do that. They're usually frosted with maple frosting. I would fuck that. Okay, maple frosting is where I'd get it. Yep, I would do that. It was our front desk phone. It goes through to the lead phone after hours in case of an emergency, family, etc. Calls. Front desk is public information. It sounded like a drunk family member. What a fucking bizarre thing to do. I mean, I would think it would be a child. I swear to God, Viata, that's these guys. These cinnamon rolls, I mean, it's just, I don't know how this place, the Calico Kitchen, makes them, because I'm not exaggerating. They are bigger. I couldn't hold one. They're huge. They're just crazy. And I've shared them with people before, but that one time I downed one by myself, and it was wild. I remember when I sprinted the length of a 700-foot gravel driveway after a 2-mile run. Felt like I was flying. That's what that 2 miles was. And I can just, that has never happened in my life. Like an accidental extra 2 miles. For 9? I don't do that. Like, most people don't casually run 9 miles at a time. Like, that's insane. I do like 3 a day. Maybe. If I'm feeling spicy, you know, like, that's wild. But I was flying. It was crazy. And afterwards, I'm like, it had to have been the cinnamon roll. Like, I've never before eaten, like, that level of just, like, sugar carb and then gone on a run, and that was the only difference. It was insane. If I raced, like if I liked doing races, I just genuinely don't like running with other people. If I raced, I would do that before every race. I really think it was that cinnamon roll just being like immediate accessible energy, and my body being like, yeah, like a steam train or like a coal train, like being, you know, in the cartoons when they throw coal in the oven and the oven would be like, yum, 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 yum. Me with that. It was wild. Well, that's what, I mean, no shit, Val. I was talking about this earlier. Running is the worst thing you can do for your body. As far as my doctor and my foot doctor are concerned, like genuinely when I go see my foot doctor, when my foot was all fucked up, he would say things like, I'm not going to tell you to stop running because you won't listen to me. You'll just stop coming to see me. I'm just going to try to get you to run better. Oh, 100%. It's terrible. There's a certain body type that running isn't terrible for, and it tends to be a shorter person with a longer torso and short legs, which I am not any of those things. So if you think about it, like my body is jamming with every single step, all of this weight directly onto my knee cushions, my little wet potato skins, and just over and over and over, and my feet are getting pounded on. So like the smaller you are, the lighter you are, the more aerodynamic you are, you're going to be, it's not as hard on your body, but it's one of the worst things you can do for your body long term. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just addicted. I'm probably not going to stop. And my doctor is right. If he just tried to guilt me into stop running, I would just find a new doctor because that's my exercise I enjoy. But it's weight training is genuinely one of the best things you can do. Weight training and yoga. I just want to know how to bake them to be done in the middle because, damn, I don't know how they do it. Because I wouldn't be able to eat it if it was raw. I would die. Skinnamin rolls. That reminds... Skinnamarink dinky dink, skinnamarink doo. What the fuck is that? I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. So why the fuck am I singing this song? Is that lamb chops? What an intrusive thought we just had. Skinnamarink dinky dink? What's happening? Am I having a stroke? Wait. No, I'm good. We're cool. It's Shannon, Lois, and Bram. What is that? What is that? Is it from like, was it from like Eureka or something? Man, there were so many weird puppet shows when we were kids. There was Mr. Rogers, there was Lamb Chops, there was Eureka, there was Fraggle Rock. Oh my god, that's in Connecticut, but then I have to go to Connecticut. I think I have family in Connecticut, actually. I love donuts so much. Stop this. I've never found a good donut around here, and I'm sad. The link is broken. Don't worry. I can do it. I loved Mr. Rogers, too. He was probably one of the... Sesame Street? How did I forget Sesame Street? It was from a show literally called The Elephant Show, and that's where Skinnamarink Dinky Dink came from. Wild. Literally zero memory of that, but I just whipped that song out of my butthole. I still think practical effects are better than most CGI these days. Like, CGI is great and has a place and a time, please don't get me wrong, but if you can do it in practical effects, it always looks better. It always looks more real. Skidamarink. What the fuck is that word? Skidamarink or Skinamarink is a popular child's sing-along song from North America, originally titled Skiddy Marinka Dinka Boomp. Or Skiddy Marinkadoo. The initial version of the song was written by Felix F. Feist and Al, name I can't read, from the 1910 Charles Dillingham Broadway production, The Echo. Since the title's gibberish, it had various spellings over the years. The song typically incorporates various simple hand gestures and movements, such as touching the nose or heart or making circles with the arms, repetitive motions. In Canada, The song was popularized by the children's music band Sharon, Lois, and Bram, who first released it on their debut album. Reading is hard. One Elephant, Do Elephant. The timing on that! Thank you so much for subbing to the class, or gifting a sub to Hazy Hippie. Hazy Hippie, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Taco, you generous fuck. Thank you. We just watched this the other day. This song we just watched Gone in 60 Seconds 2 days ago. This is just a random playlist, just saying. So in Canada, the song was popularized by children's music band Sharon, Lois, and Bram, who don't ever apologize, by the way, Kako. Bless you and thank you. On their debut album, One Elephant, Two Elephant, and then singing on the Elephant show Skinamarink became their signature song, and their next television show was named Skinamarink TV after it. A neutral ice rink at the Sharon, Lois, and Bram playground in Davisville, Toronto has been named Skinamarink in honor of the song. Huh. Interesting. Sorry we went there. Brains are weird that way, right? I want a butt wizard. You can be your own butt wizard. It's not difficult. You can do it. I have faith in you. Called Skinny Malink. Was it Skinny Malink-a-dink-a-dink, Skinny Malink-a-doo? Was it that? Or was it like a completely different song and not related? Just super weird name as well. I believe the story goes there was some protest against gay rights because Mr. Rogers was a pastor. They thought he'd be with them or something. No, he just goes out and tells everyone God loves you just the way you are. Mr. Rogers was a fucking goat. Fucking A. Tarantula and 420 Queen. Oh, fuck yes. Fun fact, the aliens in the second film were just a prosthetic head and arms and hands, with the rest of the actor wearing a black bodysuit covered in black foam blocks and goop. Oh, that's kind of magical. I didn't know that. Do I just need to get a skinny wand and put it up my butt? Wait. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. Genuinely, don't know what to do with that. Dude, tomorrow, if you want to start the day with Mr. Rogers talking about when you're mad. Because I'm getting... Actually, what time is it? I've been watching the delivery. I'm getting a cooler for the PC today. Because of Faded Friday. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to run real fucking hot if I don't. And it's at 78 degrees right now with nothing going on. Let's look at our delivery for our cooler. Are you here yet? No. It's shipped, though. We'll get it there eventually. That horror movie last night was fucking wild. That was intense as fuck. It reminded me a lot of The Descent. There's a clip where he basically affirms transgender kids without using the word because he was the fucking goat. Wait, how else do you get your own butt? I mean, I don't even have a butt wizard. I have dedicated many years of my life to the practice of assmancery. And I think in turn, one just adopts the butt wizard. You know what I'm saying? I had no clue where you're gonna go, and that's how I want to keep it. Jace. Yeah, Fal. I did that experiment this morning before stream. I downloaded the same. What is it called? I keep forgetting. It's like HW monitor. That's what I got on the gaming PC or the streaming PC, so I could watch the temp. And yeah, it holds at like 78, which is hot, not detrimental, but I'm really excited for that cooler. And I downloaded it on the gaming PC, which has, she's stacked. And she's got liquid cooling and shit just to compare, and she's 35 degrees running a game. So I guess it's hot. But it's what really worries me is I've been running it that hot for like 2 years. So I'm babying it now. Like I have a fan actually pointed at it, trying to keep her cool. She's just hot. And I was like, if this cooler doesn't show up tonight, I will be driving to Micro Center and having movie night on mobile or something. Because like I can't do Faded Friday. Genuinely, I think it would cook. Like at the end of stream yesterday, it was running at 80 degrees. Like 80.3 peaked around there. And that's hot, right? Either one, Vex. And if I forget tomorrow, just nag me about it and I'll grab it. I cast spells on people with these butt cheeks. Bitch, you clap them back to life. Imagine. Clap if you believe in fairies. I have to pee. Break. I got nothing. Sun walks, tell him I had a tummy ache. The things I unintentionally get you to do, right? I'm really bad at getting the words to describe. This is why I say to you guys, like, when I forget names and stuff, if I could just project an image to you, our conversations would be so much more fluid. So instead of just trying to describe, like, imagine someone delicately ass clapping to bring back Tinkerbell, just do it. It was so much quicker. I'll be right back. I have to pee so bad. Hello, my son. Would you like to say hello? Hi, Bubba. How are you doing? You're not much for conversation. I appreciate you, though. Would you like to go outside and pee with me? We can do it together holding hands. Yes? Okay. We need a little... We needed a little snuggle. Look at his little great chin. You look like you got a little goatee, Bubba. Oh, he has been so snuggly since I got home. It is crazy. CPU temps in the 80s are common for some of them. Without doing anything, though? Like, it's just Spotify and OBS. I guess that's something. His little milk chin soul patch is just the cutest. And when I get him groomed, it goes away and it makes me sad, but it always comes back. But it's so cute. You're so cute. You're just the cutest boy, and everyone knows. Oh. Well, that was fucking adorable. Bless you. Wanna go outside? Right off my tit. Okay. Stretch your legs. Load a bowl. Pee after sex. I'll be back in a few minutes. Kind of, weird. It's weird. Of course, when I need my PC to cool down, she just keeps getting hotter. Just to give you a scope, we started at 67. Now we're at 77. I'm curious to see how hot she goes. Someday. Today. The cooler's coming. I'm just impatient. Thank you for those biddies, by the way, Cocky. I think I said thank you, but I don't remember. Thank you. That's loud. Turn down. Stop that. Massive attack, you sexy fuck. Died laughing with the lady love, so Ray tends to shave her legs, and when she lets it go for a bit for whatever reason, which is fine. However, this led, because we don't care. Same. However, this led me to a joke about taking her leg and somewhat yelling, "Shave your legs, slay your enemies!" And we were nearly dead laughing about it for 15 minutes, 100%. It's kind of how it feels when you shave your legs. You're like, I'm a new woman. It's incredible. You can feel everything touching the skin. It's crazy. You feel like really soft for 15 minutes, and then you're like, ooh, spikes. We used to laugh about No Shave November. Try No Shave Winter, bitch. Yeah, it just doesn't. Why does it? Yeah. Same. 100%. Like, you just don't. Honestly, I don't think about it unless I'm going to wear a skirt or a dress or something. And then I'm like, feels weird to wear like nylons or something when you got hairy legs. Other than that, like God knows what's going on right now. I have no idea. No shave winter, dude. Yeah. I would say most people, unless you live with your legs out for some reason, that's most people who shave their legs in the summer and shit during the winter, it's just an extra layer of warmth. Yeah. I don't have a shit ton of hair on my legs, honestly, so I don't notice it a lot either, but I do have hair on my legs. I just don't even think about it. It's damn near orgasmic to slip into clean, cool sheets with freshly shaved legs, right? Thank you. It's like a treat. It's like giving yourself a facial. You're just like, oh. Fuck yes, that's so real, though. Have an unspoken rule. If the sheets on the bed are clean, time to shave your legs to completely enjoy it. It's a thing. No, that's so real. Like, that's what it's saying. You feel like a new human. That's how I am. I shave my legs in the morning because I shower in the morning, put on leggings. I'm like, God, I'm soft. Oh. For an hour. But other than that, man, whatever. Yeah, never in my life have I been offended by a hairy leg or seen a hairy leg and been like, damn, shave that bitch. I'm like, nice gams. I don't know. The hairy leg thing is no, that's fantastic. Yeah. Then you get the goosebumps and it's over. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's literally, you get out of the warm, hot shower and you're like, I'm so soft. Goosebumps, spikes, immediate. We're apes. We're just hairy creatures. Yeah. Same with like armpits and stuff. I've never in my life been offended by a hairy armpit. That's such a weird concept. I've seen it so many times where people are like, ew, hairy armpit. I'm like, that's just because it's a woman. Do you realize what you've just done? Do you even see it? You know we have it, right? Like, we're not just these like hairless mutants. It's very odd. To each their own. Like, I get it. To each their own. Same, so hard, same on raw. I could not say it better myself. Like, never in my life has hair been a turn away for touch. In my life, it's hygiene. If you smell funky, I don't want to touch you. Hair? Fucking what? I don't care. Like, genuinely could care. Like, bush, no bush. Armpit hair, leg hair, I don't care. Hairy chest, like, let it be your bushy self. Be it. Because it's, honestly, I'm almost more like, I don't know what to do if it's visual that you shave your chest, because I know that probably leads to acne and pimples and stuff, so I don't want to get my sweat on your sweaty chest, because then you're going to get acne and it's going to feel weird. Is it spiky? Just let me bathe in the fluff of it. Fuck it. It's same. Hard same. Hygiene, though. You smell funky, I'm not... But that might be my super nose. I don't know. Cheers. Exactly, and that's most people, Crispy. That leg hair is so fine. It's not even a factor. Yeah. Like, I'd much rather someone live in their hairy self than deal with, like, ingrown hairs or constantly have to landscape a part of their body because they think they're doing it for me. If you're doing it for you, you do you. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself will make me feel good about whatever's happening here, but don't ever do that for me. Holy fucking shit. Like, what a fucking nightmare that is. I love that I affectionately call my hubby a hobbit since he's short and very hairy. Yep. What were we watching? No. Oh, I think I was watching an episode of Castle when I was falling asleep last night. But two characters were talking about going on their honeymoon to New Zealand. And they were like, how is this romantic at all? You're just using an excuse to go look at hobbits. And I genuinely turned to Zeke and was like, what the fuck is sexier than Hobbiton? Oh yeah, Xena. Two birds, one stone. What the fuck? I genuinely was like offended by the, what? Get out. I want nothing to do with you. I'm the hairiest person I know, so I literally cannot fathom. I mean, anytime you shave anything, I think it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, and you're gonna deal with either the maintenance of shaving, or you're gonna have to deal with ingrowns and stuff like that. Like, I can't imagine keeping up with, like, if you had like the hairy. I wouldn't want to. Morning pickle, afternoon pickles. My lady loves older than me, but shorter than I. It is an interesting thing when we argue. Oh, I love that. I'm literally building Lord of the Rings Lego right now. The Hobbit. See? And, like, tell me I'm wrong, half chub. Because same. The Hubs' pants, my body hair, or lack thereof, is a non-issue for him. And why would it be? Again, it comes back. We're coming full circle. What were we talking about first thing this morning? We were talking about like bodies and body size and stuff. There's never been a moment in my life where I wasn't just overcome with like, I'm so grateful you're willing to be naked with me and let me touch that. Never in my life have been like, if only it was less hairy. We're mammals, man. We monkeys. Like, come on. We're the weirdest, least hairy things, honestly. Like, to the animal world, we have to be foul. We are hairless dogs. We are Chinese crested of the mammal world. My God. Like, it's barely anything, but never. It's just like, I'm so happy I get to suck on all this. Like, as long as it's clean, I don't give a fuck. And I'm not saying, like, shower before you come near me clean, but, like, don't be bathing in your smegma crest. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Same diff, right? Yeah. I actually, multiple times in New York, I slept in, like, really late because of just the minor time difference and staying up way too late. I was sleeping in, like, till noon. Multiple times walking through the streets, people would be like, sup? I'd be like, morning. It's 2 p.m. Oh, yeah. Cheers. We've had, yes, but what about second half, Chubb? What would 11sies be? Mm-mm. But what about Chubsies? Thank you. That one. Oh, Chris. I mean, I think that's all of us. Like, there's a certain level of things that we're like, wow, that's hot when we're horny. And then when we're not, isn't that like what do you call it? Post-nut clarity? Where like you come and then the porn you're watching, you're like, fuck me. God damn it. I am disgusting. I have to go call my grandma. Like, I feel like that's pretty fucking normal. Because, like, you start off innocently enough, right? We're just like, how about just someone coming? And then suddenly it's everything in every hole and mouths are vomiting and you're just like, yeah, what have I done? If you haven't experienced that, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. Welcome back home, Rod. Endurance training. Yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Same pickles. I don't have anything left. I'd have to get a Ouija board or tarot cards or something, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go talk to someone innocent that thinks I'm lovely or something. Remind me that I'm not just this sex-crazed person that wants things in my holes all the time. Like, you know, like sometimes you just need to talk to someone that still sees you as your innocent self and be like, that is me. All I like is lollipops and rainbows and to go play in the grass and picnics. Let's not talk about the fact that we're all plugging. You know? It's one of those. Sometimes you just need that. Barilla, bitch!
Thank you for the biddies, you generous hoe. I have 1 million holes. How does that feel? Can you fill them all? Thank you. I appreciate you.
Later. No, I've told you that story, right, Vex? I mean, maybe. Okay, story time. It's a real quick story, but it's a funny story time. So Zeke and I live together, right? And I'm sure the majority of you know what creator doesn't have multiple venues of income at this point? But I have some venues of income that are otherwise inappropriate for the Twitch sphere that I can't talk about. And this was like 2 years into dating or whatever, and Zach and I live together. Zeke, excuse me, the man down the hall. And you guys know I wake up really early in the morning, work out, whatever. I start stream genuinely much earlier than Zach. And so I think it was a break or something. I usually go check to make sure he's awake because oftentimes he sleeps through his alarm. And if our door isn't open, I don't know. And it's just like, I'm here. Might as well be like, hey, okay, it's 15 to 11. You're awake. So I swing open the door and he quite genuinely does that like, blanket over, sit up real quick. What? No! Clicking the computer. And then he does this like slow down. And I start giggling because I'm like, he's jerking off. Like, this is hilarious. And he goes, oh, babe, I have to tell you what just went through my mind. Like, I he immediately had the fear, like, I'm catching him jerking off, which most people, like, for some reason, everyone else he's dated thinks that's cheating. He was jerking off to me. So he genuinely went through that panic of, like, close the porn. That's your butthole. One of the funniest moments in our entire relationship, and I will never forget it. Just fucking elegance. Elegance. He's a fucking treasure. It was one of the best things that's ever happened. It was so fucking funny. Its initials are definitely not F. Faye. It was so fucking funny. One of those, and I just sat on the edge of the bed like, you can finish. I mean, I was live. Like, I was just on a break taking the dogs out. So, to be fair, I don't know what I'd do if Zach came out and was like, and we were just like gone for 20 minutes. Like, please, if that's what like, I'm the same. But I realize I'm very different. Like, I never want to compare like my morals to somebody else. Everybody has different like standings. Everybody has different experience. There is such a thing as a porn addiction that can literally replace the intimacy between you and your partner. I know some people are scarred from situations like that, and I never want to like lessen that. Myself, sex is like brushing my teeth. It is perfunctory. I just need to get off, and if you're willing to do it, like, let's fucking go. I've never equated love or anything to that, so someone jerking off, it's like me being upset we didn't eat breakfast together one day, when, like, we don't eat breakfast. That's what my brain does. Like, it's a cum. But that's just me. And no generalizing. Like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just personal. That would have, but it's sad. It's sad that that's the instinct, that you have to like hide that part of yourself. That some people feel that, or like make you feel like you have to hide that, I think is very sad. One might say Zeke was walking the dog, if you will. I thought it was cute as fuck. No, I thought it was endearing as hell. 100%. No, it was totally endearing for me. Babe, what about breakfast? Oh, I was feeling protein. Cheers. My bong is just smoking itself because it's kind of a keefy bowl. Reminds me of the South Park episode where the kids go on a quest to return a video. Oh my God, I just watched this episode in the hotel in New York City. In New York City. I literally just watched this episode. The video was labeled as one of the filthiest porns in existence. They thought they had been given The Lord of the Rings to watch, and Tolkien watched it. Just sat at a table staring into the distance. The adult says, so we know you may have some questions. Now look, it's a form of love. Is it a form of love when insert all the insane, filthy situations here? I literally that's one of the most iconic South Park episodes ever. I just watched it in the hotel. It was so fucking great. It's so... no shit, Zeke and I have been doing this since we watched this episode just recently. Is it Token? Does I'm out. That's like, I've eaten enough. I'm done. This movie sucks. Let's go. Party's over. We've just been doing it nonstop again because of that fucking episode. That's Token. Yeah. Token, because is he the second one to see it or something? It's like they think it's a curse or something because most of the kids haven't seen it. Only Butters. Oh my God. Butters is the first one to see it. Turns into Gollum. The Preciouses gets taken. And then I think there's a series where a couple of them see it, but it fucks all of them up. Yeah. Wow. Just watch that. The way that things connect. This is Let Forever Be Chemical Brothers. Yeah. You know, I'd play the video, but my computer's really hot. Remind me tomorrow. We can play. I think that if I remember correctly, this song had a really cool music video of dancing. I'll write it down. I'll make pre-notes for tomorrow after I put my cooler in. This song, The Craft, right? That's why I know this. What up, Turd? How are you? Butters watching it first is so on brand. Oh, 100%. Yeah, and he literally turns into Gollum. It's fucking so funny. Yeah. Jamiroquai is another great one. Honestly, this list has been popping. It's literally just porcelain Moby radio. That's it. But the list has been kind of fucking great the whole time. I grabbed it. I'm pretty positive this song was in The Craft. The Craft had an iconic soundtrack. It was phenomenal. That's it. Butters is easily one of my favorite characters on the entire show. I agree. Poor Butters. He's always just him or Kenny. Like, what's the episode where Kenny speaks? Aren't they like superheroes and Kenny is the one that's narrating the entire episode? And he's like, little do they know, I have a power of my own. And it's that he dies. Is that the movie? I don't know. South Park's one of those things that's just pervasive in Colorado. It's all around me all the time. I mix it up constantly. Yeah, Cartman's just horrifically racist Batman. And they're all like a joke off of a different superhero, but I remember it's like narrated by Kenny and he has a voice the whole time. I played the first game, the stick of whatever. I'll look, hold on. Yes, I've played, I know at least one of them. Don't hate me, I don't know if I've played the other ones. The Stick of Truth. I played the Stick of Truth. Jis. It was grand. That one. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. That was years ago, though. We played that. Will it say the last time I played it? I don't like being reminded how long I've been around sometimes. I realize it just elicits a crazy snarl in my face. June 24th of 2016, 9 years ago. So. I'm fine. Drugs. There's always more drugs. I know. When you realize it's 2025 and people who were a cream pie in the year 2000 when all y'all were like lighting fireworks off for Y2K, they're turning 25 this year. Fuck. Germanic just said they're turning 27. That was 2002. Crazy. I'm not old. Just aging. And we're just getting there. And it's fast. That's it. I think it's just, yeah, fast. You know, Crispy, I don't know if you're into this whole, like, Eminem circa 2005 era, but, like, the blonde really, really disguises the gray. Like, where is it? Who is she? You can't even tell I'm salt and pepper because the black just stands out so hardcore. Right, kills, same. It's like, I'm not afraid of it. It's just the concept that my time around to do the cool things I love to do is shortening so much faster. That's what gets me. The number means fuck all. I know you guys know that, but like, I know, and it's forever Kozu, and this is why our parents will never take us seriously. I know, I've been 30 since. I don't want to talk about it. I play Warframe. Just came out with an update called Warframe 1999. Young ones don't know what the dial-up tone is and think an actual mall is weird. Are malls gone? Oh, we 59 this year, so y'all get off my lawn. It's Sep Fiata. Hey, we've got a few. They're just, you know what it is? What I've found, the more mature the member of our community, the more they follow that, like, it is better to be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Whereas the younger we are, we're like, dumb, dumb, dumb. Blech. But they're there, just waiting to be snarky moms and dads. They're all there. I sense them. I saw I'm dumb, stupid things. Us. Me. Yeah, all the time. I just haven't learned not to dumb yet. It'll come with time. I know it will. I see the wisdom all around. Bucket list, man, I don't know. My bucket list is just like, I hope my bucket list never ends, is constantly being filled out, and never stops growing. Like, I want to find more and more amazing things to do, because I've done so much, and I feel very fortunate. Like, Bucket list item, have a Jeep. That was genuinely something ever since I was a little kid. Not only Missy Elliott, but my favorite aunt, who was like an oopsie baby, so she's a lot younger than all my other aunts, and she's way closer to my age, and she was like my bestie growing up. She had a Jeep, and she had a keychain with a rabbit's foot on it, and we would listen to I'm Too Sexy for My Pants song, and I was just like, I am an adult. I am the coolest fucking toddler on the playground right now. And ever since then, I was like, need a Jeep, did it. Like, I feel so fortunate. I've done so many things that were on my bucket list. And at this point, it's like, I just hope I never stop finding things to add to it, like traveling and experiencing cool things. Go to Bali. That's on there. I want to go to Bali. I want to go to Vietnam. I'd love to visit, like, Russia someday. I don't see that in my foreseeable future, unfortunately, because I'm a woman, I'm tatted and super gay, and they hate all of that and Russia, so that sucks, but, like, I genuinely took, like, 6 years of Russian in college, and it is useless to me now because life happened, and it's a little bummer. I got to drive on the Autobahn, like, things like that. I'm so fortunate. I've done so much. It feels, like, gluttonous but I'd never want it to stop growing because there's so much to do that I don't even know there is to do. Like, I've added things along the way. Like, I'll have, like, long layovers when I'm traveling, and, for instance, I'll be like, what is the one thing to do in this city? Because I have 36 hours. Like, less than a sleep night. What do I do here? And that ends up something that I'm like, that is totally, like, a bucket list item I didn't even know existed till I did it. Like, for instance, the botanical gardens in Singapore. Have you ever heard of them? Maybe a handful of you have, but most of you haven't. Holy shit. Other fucking worldly. Oh my god. It's like Ferngully. You feel like a fairy in a forest. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done, but had I not had a 36-hour layover in Singapore and had nothing to do, I would have never, like, wandered into these fucking incredible indoor glass terrarium, like, monstrous skyscraper size botanical gardens. Shit, like, I guess my bucket list is to explore and find new. That'd be, like, my permanent check mark, if that makes sense. Because I feel like I try not to make too many plans. For instance, when I travel, I always leave room for getting lost. I'm not genuinely lost because phones are universal and you can't really be lost very easily in this world anymore. But just the ability to go lose myself in a city and find the little places that you're not going to see in a Frommer's manual or something are some of my absolute favorite memories I've ever had. Are just these most obscure places. Like, for instance, one of the cool things I got to do when I was in London that I guess I'd never seen in a travel manual. I've never seen anyone go there. There's a church in London that was burnt down or bombed or something. And remind me, I know there's a lot of you here. Lizzie and Anubis, I think, went with us. I think Anubis was there. I know Lizzie was. Lizzie took me there. Lisney Beulah. And it's this old ass fucking church that was bombed, and it's just the ruins now, and it's all overgrown with ivy and shit. But people, just like locals, use it as a picnic spot to eat their lunches. And it was like a scene out of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where you're in a broken down, like, church that has a wall blown out, and the sun is coming through in these stripes through the broken glass onto the grassy ground, and it's just silent in a creepy way. It was fucking magical. But I would have never, like, been like a bombed church. What? Would have never gone. Shit like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know how else to find them, though. Chris, same. I would love to I would take anywhere at this point, but, like, you know what's crazy? Another place I was so close to getting to go, I was almost in Turkey. This was, I think, one of my first big international travel trips I ever took when I was out of school. And we went to Greece for, like, 2 weeks, I want to say. We usually go for about 3 weeks just because the travel is so fucking expensive. You might as well stay there and explore. So we did Greece for like 3 weeks, and then we planned to have a week in Turkey, and we literally had our place to stay. We had tickets to go up in the air, hot air balloons, which, like, Istanbul, hot air balloons, fucking look it up. It's fucking incredible. We had all this planned, and literally the Syria shit. I don't know how else to put that. You all are of age. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. That was the year all of that went, and it was just done. And we ended up, we ended up going to Italy, and it was phenomenal. We spent that last week in, like, Rome and Florence. Too much in too small of an amount of time, but we went to Rome, Florence, and Venice, and it was phenomenal. I mean, I would never take it back. I got to tour the Colosseum. I got to go into all these fucking ancient cathedrals, which I'm not religious, but the artistry of them and the architecture and the stained glass always fucking gets me. That shit's priceless, but, like, I think that was my last chance. I don't know if I'll ever get to go as a woman. Like, I just don't know if that'll ever be something I can do, which I know Scotland and Ireland are absolutely on my list. That is something I need to do within the next 4 years of my life because it's. My Nana is guaranteed haunting me right now. And you fucking know it, David. My Nana was Irish. I don't care what Ancestry.com would have told her if she spit in a tube. I don't care what anyone told her. Her mom was a mail-order bride from Ireland. My Nana was raised in an orphanage by Irish Catholic nuns. We were Irish, and she would fucking haunt me knowing I've been to all of these places and more from what I've just described to you. Never touched Ireland or Scotland. She'd kill me. She'd kill me. I have to do it. Just like for her. She's dead, but like for her, I have to do it. It was like a scene out of Horizon Zero Dawn. It really was. It was just so creepily quiet and peaceful, but also you're kind of surrounded with the knowledge that this was like a gathering place for people, and it got bombed. And it's just in ruins. Ruins? Oh God, David. I mean, there's a list. Like, no shit. I'm sure I've told you this before. We have a castle. My family has a castle of which they donated to the country or to the whatever, the state or something in Ireland. My sister went and visited it. It's straight up our family's castle. Like, it's state property now and it's a tourist destination. But like all of these things that my Nana's like, she'd kill me. Oh, David. Oh no. I feel like we need to do a seance to appease my Nana. It's like, does anyone have some gin and chocolate? That would be her jam. No shit. Oh, that's so true though. No, it's so real. It's so real. It's so real. Oh. The only thing that would have pissed her off even more is if all, like me, my sister, and everybody, we've done the fucking Ancestry.com spit in a tube thing. If we would have genetically been English on top of it, that would be the only thing. We are not English. Like it's Irish, Irish. Yep. Across the board, so we're good. Oh my God, though. I've quite literally been to. So sorry. You were not wrong. I have so many friends in London that like I just get sucked in. Like not in London, but in the UK. I get sucked in and I just end up like I have literally never been more north than like the Midlands. Okay. We're making a bucket list for Nana. Go home. Sucked in on. What's the difference? Doing it for Nana. No shit. It just go. That's what she would say. Like, no shit. I have it down to a street address where, like, my Nana's family, my great Nana, my Nana's mom, we called her Nana in the nursing home because by the time I was born, she was just Nana in the nursing home who was a little cuckoo crackers. So, Nana in the nursing home, I have it down to her street address, County Cork. I know exactly where she lived. Like, it's a case of, like, Nana has told me to go home for many years now, and I let her die without doing it. And, like, after she died, again, this is a safe place. I have visited England thrice. Not including layovers. Going other places, but oh, she'd be so... You know what? Nana wouldn't be mad. She'd be fucking disappointed. She'd give me one of these. I hope you had a really good time. I have to grind up marijuana. It's so much worse. But it's this thing the women in my family have, and I say that because it's just my aunts and my mom have it down to a T, where they can smile at you and say something really nice with this. This, like, you look really good today. You're looking really healthy. Fat. Yeah, I really hope you guys are having a great time. And somehow you're just like, your face isn't lining up. This isn't... I don't know what you mean. Like, what's coming out of your mouth is not right. I don't know what you mean. It's horrible. That's what she would do. It would, this eyebrow crinkle that melts your soul and your butthole at the same time. Oh, it was just it's so condescending. Oh my god, it's looking down on you when you're 6 foot and they're 5 foot. Like genuinely, I think that's how it adapted. Is that all of the women on that side, because they're little Irish women, they are tiny little bitches. To me, I'm 6 foot tall. I got that genetic from the other side. Really tiny. So it's their way of looking down on you without having to look down. I love the sweater you're wearing. Where did you get it? What up, Slurmy? How are you, my love? I hope you're doing well. Yes, you're saying one thing and your face is screaming other things. And it hurts me. Yes. I went to County Mayo last year, went on a boat out in Clue Bay, climbed, how do you say that? Crag Park? Craig Patrick? I don't know. We drove to Scotland, stayed there for another day, got the ferry across Northern Ireland, and then drove down the coast. It was an awesome road trip. Can I just, so when my Nana haunts me, I'm just going to repeat that. That sounds so legit. Will she buy it? Wow, that looks expensive. It's so bad. I hate it. I have to break it. It's not a good wrinkle to have. I'm not Irish at all, but by blood, but my step-grandpa will haunt me if I don't try to go to Ireland before he passes. Granted, he's only 50%. Hey, our grandparents had many wishes for us. Like, if Nana's truly haunting and watching, she's seen a lot she's unhappy with, I'm sure. I don't want to know the words that come out of my haunting Nana's mouth, to be honest. But my Nana was that one relative that, like, no matter how shitty I was when I was a kid or how shitty I was at any point, she genuinely would say out loud, Katie's my perfect angel. Not my Katie Renee. My perfect angel. That was a quote, and I lived on it. Because I'd go there with my mom, and my mom would be like, would you like to know what your granddaughter did today? Not my Katie. My perfect angel. That was my Nana, and she was full of shit. She'd have that fucking look. She's full of shit the whole time, but it'd make my mom so mad. So mad. It was my lifeblood for a while. Her angel baby, yes. That's exactly it. Like, no, you could do no wrong. You were the perfect angel. No matter what. Trouble, it's definitely worth it. It's so much, I mean, everywhere is worth it. I've never traveled really anywhere that I wouldn't say didn't give me some amazing new scope on life, or I didn't meet some amazing people. Like, my least favorite trip I've ever taken was to Prague, but I had food poisoning the whole time, so we're going to take that with a grain of nothing, because I was empty. Timid, exactly. Very choice words. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's ways to travel, like, cheaper, I guess. I don't know. I tend to, like, I try to go 2 years. 2 years, I feel like, is enough time to save up a good chunk of money where you're traveling and you're not feeling strained. But, again, like I say, that's the first thing that comes out of my mouth when you ask about bucket list. Because travel is my thing. That's all I want to spend my money on the rest of my life. Like, I'm not really into owning nice things. I have my Jeep. I love my Jeep. I garden. I like to garden. But travel is, like, I just fucking love it. I've never not enjoyed it. Plane rides suck, but I love travel. So, like, my bucket list immediately is just like, where can I travel? What can I eat? And experience. And, again, it's always the little things. Like, for instance, one of my favorite memories in Thailand was every morning around, like, I want to say like 9 or 10, you would hear these little bells, and it was the monks walking around with their big golden bowls, and every person comes out and dumps some rice in the bowl, or dumps some bread, or gives them some eggs or something, and people donate to the monks, and that's how the monks eat. And it was so quiet and so solemn. It was like it was like something out of a Ghibli movie, because it would be like that hot, humid fog first thing in the morning that makes it look like a foggy Londonscape, but it's fucking hot. And just these orange-clad monks walking in silence with their big gold bowls and people pouring rice in them and stuff. Like, little things like that stand out to me more than touristy shit, which you don't get that stuff if you don't, like, let yourself sleep in, get a little lost, whatever. Slurmy, welcome back. How are you? Kona just gifted you a sub. Thank you, Kona, for gifting a sub to Slurmy. Use the butt whiz with the highest order, and you fucking know it. Oh, shit. You've been I'd love to go like Jamaica, Bermuda. Ooh, stop it. There's so many places I've never been, like tropical on that side. I've been to Hawaii. That was amazing, but holy fucking expensive across the board. Existing. Same. We're making it though. So, credit where credit's due, right? Your bucket list is fiend. Wait, you want to finish? Like what? No. Nothing? This is a great song, by the way. Prague was all right. The locals are fairly hostile. But it's a nice place. I got very drunk. I don't know if I experienced hostile locals, but definitely some of the most least friendly in Prague. And I don't know, like, since you've been, let me ask you, did the whole city smell like cigarettes? Because I had food poisoning. So, like, if you've never had food poisoning, usually one of your senses gets jacked up stupid levels, and that's what makes you sick. Is, like, either you're tasting things, or you're smelling things, or it's too cold and shivery, so you're puking. Like, something is setting your senses, and for me, it was smell. And I swear to God, I couldn't go outside. It was just, like, this haze that never went away of just, like, being in a casino in the 90s. And it made me so sick. But I want to chalk that up to food poisoning because I don't want to think that an entire city smells like that, but I don't know. What got old quick in Valencia? The Super Piper walking past my window every morning, playing the call to the morning at 7 a.m. Las Falas Festival is an incredible experience, though. Yeah, 7 a.m. is a little much. I was implying death. Oh, yeah, well... Same, though. I mean, not to be morbid about it, but I am not in the business of living forever. Nothing's going well, and I don't want to experience what global warming's towards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, 100%. Like, super on board with that. Not into that sticking around for too long. Like, if I can't comfortably wipe my own ass, or at least turn my bidet button, I'm out. I'm good. I'm fine. Check me out. Like, absolutely on that. No. If you've never heard this comedian, Joel Kim Booster, I believe they're a Korean American comedian on Netflix. Super fucking funny. But they have this great bit about how they talk about how they love when their friends find someone and they get in a new relationship and they get to like quiz them about their relationship and they're asking them like, do you cuddle? Do you like anal? Do you like going for long walks on the beach? Are you guys gonna have kids? And if they answer yes, immediately jump on their ass with like, so what's it like not believing in global warming? How's that working out for you? It's great. So fucking funny. Joel Kim Booster. Please check them out. We have a tushy, no shit. No pun intended. The reason we have it is Zach went to Japan with a buddy of his, and the toilets all over Japan are like those super high-tech amazing bidets, and he wouldn't shut up about it when he got home. So as a joke, I got him a legit bidet, but like a Pepto-Bismol pink tushy that sprays ice cold water at your butthole. And he installed it immediately, and he will not shut up about it. And now we buy it for all of our friends and family members as gifts. We're like the bidet people. It's incredible. It's just like evolved. Like I didn't even know. I've traveled to so many countries where bidets are normal, but I've never dealt with hemorrhoids or anything like that. And I think that's really where that bidet kicks into being like the godsend. Is I have so many friends whose experience butt trouble, and like literally just having a bidet has eliminated that from their life. Like, no hemorrhoids since a bidet. That's incredible. Fuck yeah, I just like to feel clean. Prolapses, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Like, really, this is, if you think about it, if someone took a dump on your hand and you took a piece of paper and did that, would you feel clean? Or would you care for a splish splash of water? It really makes sense. Seriously, Princess Jasmine, absolutely. I mean, Zeke would talk about it right now if you went into his channel and asked him about his bidet. He'll go off. The moment we are traveling, it's him, I have to poop, but I know I'm going to get a hemorrhoid. It's immediate. Like, within a day or two of us traveling, he's uncomfortable, and I feel so fucking bad for him. And the moment we're home, he's just thriving in there like, whoa, letting it shoot up his butt. I don't know. It's crazy. It's really changed his life. Like, no joke. It has made such a huge difference, and we bought it for his brothers. They all brag about I'm not kidding. When we went up for Thanksgiving, him and his brother were like, hey, how are you? How's life? That sucks you went through a breakup. Let's talk about our bidet experiences for 2 hours. after the dog incident. Like that's how important these things have become. It's crazy. They're really, and the Tushy is like, hold on. It's really cheap. It's really inexpensive. It's kind of crazy. And you don't need anything special. It just takes water out of the back tank, which is clean water, don't worry. What are their models these days? Do they even have the one that sprays cold stuff at you? Oh my god, they have a Tushy toilet seat now. Incredible. I don't know, the website's not loading. Check it out. It's literally TUSHY. The temp on my PC went from green to yellow and went to 82 degrees just pulling up one link. Is that cooler here yet? You should. No shit. I can not, I mean, I can tell you that unselfishly I bought my parents a bidet because I know my stepdad deals with hemorrhoids like crazy. Selfishly I can tell you that is the only bathroom in their house I use. I love it. I don't feel clean without it, honestly, at this point, which is weird. It's not here yet. Why are you so warm? Why are you so hot, PC? I have a fan pointed at it. We're just keeping her cool. Don't worry. There's a cooler in the mail, sweet baby. You'll be fine. We're getting there together. You just stay nice and cold for now. Just squirt some soap on your hand and put it on your pooper and use the bidet and clean butthole. No shit. No pun intended. I need to stop saying no shit. Oh, I mean, one of our friend, like our friend that we were like staying really close to, so we got to see them every single day when we were in New York, has one of those fancy ass bidet toilets, and it's incredible. Literally, it's like a spa experience for your asshole. I know there's a bidet that could be plugged into an outlet. Ours could be. Honestly, we set it up so long ago. Is it plugged into an outlet? It has to be, right? I think so. I survived on coffee and nothing else today. I'll be lurking, but thank you for all the love, and I don't deserve you loving people. Slur me. Sometimes blood sugar helps me. I'm going to install one of those. Wife thinks it's for her, but it's for my toilet. She's going to use it. You know that, right? Ours is just cold water, which honestly has never bothered me, but you can definitely get ones that like spray warm water at your ass if you want one. I'm pretty sure one of my friends hates me now. She was complaining about a cough and I told her to down a bottle of magnesium citrate and she would never cough again. Well, she did it because she didn't. Is this one of those let nature take its course? I don't know what to do. Oh, yes, that's the, like, exactly, like, magnesium citrate, as far as I understand, is a laxative, yeah? Like a crazy laxative. I mean, I don't know what to do. You can't generalize personal. Like, I guess I would have, like, Googled it or something and been like, why would I guess I asked questions. I would have been like, why is a laxative gonna make me stop coughing? And then I would have been like, but also I probably would have seen the joke, like, oh, ha ha ha, you drink a bottle of anything, you're gonna die, you will never cough again. Like, why would you do that? But I'm a highly sarcastic person, and I look for the humor where there is none, maybe. So, like, right. Like, who just drinks a bottle of something without, I don't. Coughing out your ass, right? It's a funny, like, thank you, Socrates. Like, it's a funny joke until you don't realize the person you've thrown the joke at is going to go drink a bottle of laxative, because ding-a-ding-ding-ding. I don't know what to do. Did she, defriend? Is she, Fanny, have a beautiful day, honeybean. Don't forget to wash your hands and be safe. That is the gullible friend. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's not really saying anything, Rod. I listened to a true crime recently where someone was killed with a sewing needle. That's anything. She's an incredibly intelligent woman. She was just that desperate to quit coughing. Oh my god. I guess we've all learned a lesson here. I am guilty as charged. I'm one of those obnoxiously sarcastic people that I mean, this happened to me the entire time I was in New York. Like, genuinely, people be like, I don't know if she's being serious. I heard them. I saw them say it. I was like, it's a joke. Like, who takes this shit seriously? Genuinely, the stuff that comes out of my mouth, really? But to me, that makes sense. And to everybody else, it's like, no, you sound exactly the same all the time. I don't know what to do with you. So I guess I have empathy. Sympathy? I'm still sarcastic as fuck, though. Like, I genuinely don't know what to do about that. I think that's just the tone of my voice. Yes? Is there something I can do for you, madam? Did you want to have a snuggle? Hi, baby girl. What are you up to today? Have you been on an adventure? Did you actually want snuggles? Like, this is so rare for you. Lil only comes if there's someone else to come snuggle. Oh, Stavarius, yeah. I don't know what I'm fueled by, but I've got a lot of it. Caffeine, marijuana, yes. You became your vocal tone? How interesting. That's the sweetest baby girl. Who'd have thunk I'd get two such snuggly poods? Ooh, those pretty teeths. You got pretty teeth. Okay. The worst part about travel is not having these guys, because let me tell you, life's better with a pup. Seeing things in your digestive system from years ago, it might dehydrate you. That's what I'd be worried about. She's such a snuggler. She is. She's a 24/7 snuggler. If I could stream from a bed that she could lay down next to me, oh my god. She'd be so happy. They both would, honestly. It's all you want in life. I need to get you groomed, though. You're looking shaggy. Is that a good hand? Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. You're such a good girl. You're so big. I wish you could be the lap dog you desperately want to be. She wants it so badly. She just definitely doesn't fit. I mean, I assume when people want to be the puppy, it's just because they have an even deeper understanding about, like, that dogs are better than people, cats are better, animals are better than people. Like, I get it, but some people just get it on a different level, and I respect that. Because you're just the sweetest. No one compares. Didn't we hear this song? Oh no, this Portishead. Oh my god. This is also in The Craft, though. Happy 420. I will cheers you in a moment. She curled up. She will try. It's just with her hip, it's really hard for her to get back down. But her hip's been really good. A woman. Is that the best? Yeah, okay. Exactly. And that's these guys. They're not that heavy. She's like 50, 55 pounds, and he's around 65. But they're so long and lanky that they're just like gangly. And I've got a big lap, but it's not that big. I wish. I wish it was that big, Bill, but it's not. You're so much bigger. No shit, it's literally Moby Radio on Spotify. Because I can't play music videos or anything since the computer is 79 degrees. Why is it hot right now? We're not doing anything. Calm down. I know. Yeah, she tries. Do you want to come up? The Muppet feet, man, just punched right in the face. Thank you. You're just the best. I'm gonna get my first PC this year and I'm so scared. Don't be scared. Oh my god, don't be scared. Seriously, it's Lego. PCs are Lego. If you've ever got to build a Lego thing, you know how the Lego instructions go? That's a PC. Like, it's almost impossible to put something in the wrong spot because it just genuinely doesn't fit and you're gonna have to force it and break it, which, stop it, what are you doing? It's fun. Yeah. Genuinely, like, don't be scared. This is the part of the fun, is that the fact I've had this computer for 2 years and she's been a sweet bitch to me. Like, such a sweet bitch. She's been great. And, like, she crashed my entire system on Tuesday. Literally, all my PCs went down. It was terrible. I was terrified. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to get a new computer. Absolutely not. I dusted her, and I'm getting her a new cooler. Which was $120. It's not cheap, but wow, is that cheaper than replacing an entire PC? And I'm so grateful I know my parts and I know my PCs that I can do stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, and they make the cases and the boards so big. Do you guys remember what motherboards used to be? Like, just that green chunk in that cream colored case. And we'd be like, well, that's a video card. And that looks like a slot for it. Goosh! And just hope. Dear God. They're so, I mean, even in this one, which is just my streaming PC, the motherboard is easily over half the case. And there's so much room in there. There's just so much room between everything. It's so easy to get at anything. It's not like you're having to, like, get dangerous and break shit to pull pieces out and just replace them. It's super fun. I have faith in you. It's fun to take care of it. Literally, you read the directions and put it together like connects. Yeah. I usually follow, like, Linus Tech Tips. There's so many people out there, though, that have, like, a step-by-step walkthrough YouTube video on how to build a PC or whatever, or just walking you through the parts. Because genuinely, like I was saying, I can't remember the last time I had a PC that didn't have a clear wall. Because they're all fucking RGB and everybody wants to look in and look at what their PC is doing. Like, I could walk you through everything. It's all visual. It's all right there. I can reach in and touch it. It's so accessible. Just versus what we used to do. They've made them so user-friendly these days, which is great. Because, again, had all of that happened and my PC was overheating and I didn't have an amazing community full of nerds and IT people to tell me, like, oh, Katie, this is a heating issue. Let's get a cooler. Like, as opposed to another 2K on some crazy computer beast. I can do that because I have that knowledge base, and that is so fucking nice. I'm really fortunate for that. I don't know if I ever saw one of those crispy, honestly. By the time I started seeing computers in my friends' houses, they were definitely like, you know, the creamy cum colored case. They were what? That tall, like that thin, and they had the green fucking card. AMD is a goddamn godsend. AMD is amazing. What's crazy is I remember building my very, very first PC. Not for streaming, it was my Skyrim box. I didn't even know streaming was a thing yet, but I had been playing Skyrim on an Xbox 360, and I had been seeing all these screenshots of Skyrim on PC on Reddit, and I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And there's mods, and it's just so much prettier than anything else. Like, I have to do it. So I straight up saved like $2,000, walked into a Fry's, which is crazy because I think they went out of business. The Fry's in like Redmond or something, and found someone, and I was like, hey, help me build a Skyrim machine. And he walked me over to AMD, and I'm not fucking you, I just silently turned away and left. I was like, I don't want to work with you. Didn't say a word. I was just like, and just like wandered a part of the store for 15 minutes and came back until there was someone different standing there. And I was like, hey, can you help me build me with a shopping cart? Because I was fucking ready. Can you help me build a Skyrim machine? Walks me over to the Intel. I was like, okay, here we, like, it's interesting how the turns have tabled, yeah? I'm across the board, have a dog hair on my nose. Across the board AMD now. They're just better. Yep, Fry's is gone, which is so weird. There's dog hairs all over me. You guys definitely need to be groomed. So bad. But Skyrim, and then I started streaming because of ESO. That was ESO. That was a weird time.
Hail Satan, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, Intel, do you think it's because they just thought they'd be top dog no matter what forever? Yeah, it was ESO. I remember watching someone stream on ESO on Twitch, and I was like, well, I definitely need friends to play an online game. So I started streaming, hoping I'd make friends play an online game, and here we are. I actually reinstalled ESO recently. I want to go in and look at my butthole house, but I don't know if we can do that till I get this fucking cooler, because it's 77. She's not bad, but she's doing nothing. What are you doing? Nothing! Nothing. Cheers. Corporate hubris. I love that. That's a really good way of putting it. I think my first, I can't remember what my first, I think my, oh God, what was 10 years ago? What was the Intel processor? 4?
Now, I'm going to fuck you.
I don't
with
remember.
Satan's cock.
Gin-infused cucumber, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings, go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. I don't remember what the chip was. Intel just tried to discreetly patch the microcode on their latest 13th and 14th gen chips to fix a burnout issue. Basically, the microcode was pushing too much power through the parts of the chip and burning out the nodes one by one. Wow. That's fucked. I remember my first graphics card, a 1070. That bitch, literally, this PC is the step up from that. That 1070 went for so long. Truly impressive. 7 years? Because it was just, it like went from being the Skyrim machine and then just got oh my god. Got downgraded to being the streaming PC.
Go, Pikachu,
And that thing went
come
hard
out.
for a while.
I'm gay.
Mirzaza, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings for 3 months. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure separate consent. And don't forget to use your Prime subs. Jeff Bezos does nothing for the world or society. Take his money. Doesn't have to be here. Just find someone who needs a smile and go give him a Prime sub. I appreciate you. I'm gay! Do you guys remember that clip? I'll write it down for tomorrow. I'm so scared to do anything. I've been wanting to play, like, use your words or something, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we could test it, see how hot she gets. She's at 78 degrees right now. It's really neurotic what I'm doing, but I'm nervous about it. I hate her. That 1070, I think I still have mine in a closet. Like, I think I still have it. It just wouldn't die. That 1070 was so fucking solid. Genuinely, such a good graphics card. Really, lots of the Intel management are arrogant as fuck. It's true. That's a bummer for them. I'm gay. It was a funny fucking clip. You mean like this one that I have blowing at it? I've had it blowing at it since before stream. Yeah. Yeah. She's just hot. She doesn't feel too hot. The top's a little hot. There's a 10-minute video of Sasha doing the one chip challenge. 10 minutes? Wait, who? Yeah, the fan was honestly my backup. Like, if this graphics card doesn't come in the mail today, I will be driving to Micro Center tonight and having movie night on mobile or something. Because I don't think I could mentally do Faded Friday watching the temperatures do what they were doing. It was 90 degrees the day that everything went down. It was so fucking hot in there. Not here yet. So, cross your dicks, because Micro Center's so far away, really don't want to drive there. As in...
Okay.
Sasha? Yep. My old PC with this 12-year-old 1050 was water-cooled, and it sounded like it would really take off with modded Skyrim, and the heat finally was its downfall. That's what this PC sounds like. Like, if I just turned my computer on and opened an empty Firefox browser, all of a sudden you hear... And was my, like, first clue. She gets a little loud and hot. See, now she's 80 degrees. I've done nothing. Why are you hotter? Stop it. Slut. Fucking sluts. My first PC was a compact Presario Intel Pentium 3. 3? Yeah. Wow. I have no idea what my family's first PC was. Like some stock HP, like the cheapest, like $250 PC tower you could probably buy, whatever. But I remember the first way to connect to the internet was like CompUSA or something. Do you guys remember that? It was like the blue screen would pop up and there were dots when it did the shit. Was it CompUSA? I think that was the first internet. Like, I never had AOL, ever. As many fucking discs as we got in the mail, never fucking had that. CompuServe? Was it CompUSA? CompUSA was a store. CompuServe, was that the internet? I think that might have been the one we had then. It was, like, I genuinely think that's where I got, like, a lot of my OCD tics. Because if anybody else didn't do this, I don't know who the fuck you are or how you lived. But the internet was so patchy, and getting it to connect before someone in the house picked up a phone was so anxiety-inducing that I would, like, sit at the computer, press connect, spin around, look at a very specific dot of spackle on the wall behind me. And I would mute the computer so I couldn't hear any of these sounds, any of that, whatever. So it was like a test of will. If I turned around and looked at the computer before it connected to the internet, it would never connect to the internet. But if I managed to turn around at the exact moment it was connecting and loading a web page, it would be connected for good forever. But I had to maintain eye contact with a spackle. Oh my god. The children are not okay. It was the witchcraft spackle. It was. And I started I literally had rituals because the internet was so spotty. I so desperately wanted to get on it and ask Jeeves questions about life. My oracle. Jesus. Yeah. Hail Satan to get the internet, seriously. Like, I genuinely started getting weird. It was weird. And then I started noticing the tics, and I was like, okay, it's not just this. Was it prolonged eye contact? With the spackle chunk behind me. Yeah. It fucking was, though. My first connection was to a BBS, not even direct to the internet. What's a BBS? I saw CompuServe on several old computers a long time ago, and for the longest time, my family had AOL, then Yahoo, and then finally Google. I want to say we had MSN. Did MSN provide internet at one point? I think we went CompuServe to MSN. Bulletin board service. Wait, like physical? Or like internet bulletin boards? I feel so stupid. MSN, yeah, MSN was a thing, right? Big black socks. Never go. It's dangerous out there. Never leave without. MSN did. Okay, I think we had MSN then. Because I know we never had AOL, and I don't know if it was because we always got the discs in the mail, but my mom was like, we will never have AOL. I was like, okay. MSN Messenger, I remember, was a thing, but I didn't know if it was like connect. You know what's weird? I'm remembering something, and it's so weird. So before we had CompuServe or Comp USA or whatever the fuck it was called, I think it was like the earliest form of Comcast today. And it was weird. It was like a door-to-door salesman gave my mom a little black keyboard, and it was wireless or something. And there was some way to connect to an internet-ish on your TV. And you got it for free if you filled out X amount of surveys a week. And I have this super vague memory of like laying on the carpet in front of the TV and trying to get internet to work. And it was shitty as fuck. But wow, web TV, was that real? This isn't a fever dream, right? Same living room I watched Xena, so I know what age I was. So that was real? Wow, thank you. Okay, this isn't fever dream. It was so short-lived. Like, it didn't work very well at all. Like, we couldn't, I don't know. There was no mouse. I still don't understand. I think it was a keyboard with the little clit in the middle. You know, the little, like, nub. That little guy. I think it literally had one of those. And no mouse or anything. And none of us could just figure out how to use it. So eventually we got CompuServe on an actual computer. It was weird. It was the keyboard clip. It totally was. Like, it was the strangest little, I mean, maybe that's why we're all adapt. I don't know. From Google, the MSN dial-up's internet service provider operated by Microsoft in the US, in the United States, and formerly also in several other countries. Originally named the Microsoft Network, it debuted as a proprietary online service on August 4th, 1995 to coincide with the release of Windows 95. Wow. Oh, no shit. I remember the BBS boards trying to build one for an online guild. Incredible. We used to tape sewing needles to AOL CDs and then throw them at each other. What? Genius. We just threw them. You are another level of creativity. I remember ICQ. I still remember my username. I don't know if I feel that comfortable in this space yet. Fucking needles? Damn. I had to turn around, right? Like, imagine little kids like, this'll be fun. What? They were my first coasters, AOL discs. When I was in college, it was the thing to, you know, in a week, you'd get like 50. We made the beaded walkway door things with them. Fishing line, and string up rows of those CDs, and then on a shower curtain. What were those beaded doorways called? Did they have a name? Who didn't have one? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? We made them out of like discs that were scratched up, or it was great if you had enough scratched up CDs and you were rich enough to replace those, that you could use legit CDs to make these doorways, because then everybody using the doorway knew how cool you were based on your music taste. But most of us, it was just AOL discs. Like a whole lot of AOL discs. Yeah. Definitely had one of those in college because it was a way of like opening your door, but not. What up, Donna? I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Why are you so hot? Computer's hot. Let's try a game. We can try. We can still talk and shit. It's a fun game. It's the one we were playing yesterday. Beaded curtains were great. Yeah, the 70s curtains. Like, yeah, exactly. In the 70s, they were made of like wood or teak or something, and they were really lightweight. And then by the time I was here, it was Spencer's. So it was like glow in the dark beads or make your own with AOL discs or little dicks or something. I hope laying down makes you feel less weird. 10 minutes of Sasha with a chip. I don't know if I genuinely want to. No, actually, my computer. That's why I'm trying to do something on the other PC. Tomorrow, still can't guarantee I'll sit through 10 minutes of Sasha eating a chip. But I'll try. Getting the cooler. I know. It's running almost 80 degrees, which is when it turns yellow, like warning. Doing nothing. At all. Just OBS. That's it. So I'm just not. I've saved links you guys have gave me. I paused them. I'm just not fucking with it. Cooler comes tonight. It's shipped. It's happening. Dude, Donna, so many people are going through that right now. Not to lessen your anxiety, but I think it's going around. Like, Knives is out sick. A couple other people in chat were saying today they have an achy cold. Cocky has it. Won't go away. And it's like weeks of just sinus bullshit. No, I'm not playing anything Eatskis because my computer's overheating on an unreal level every time I do anything on it. So I'm literally doing nothing on it. But I have a cooler in the mail. No shit, I hope you're not getting sick. Genuinely hope you're not getting sick. But this is just like everyone's sign, stay indoors, wash your hands. Don't kiss strangers right now. Something's going around and it's not making people feel very good. 'Tis sad. I hate when people are sick. Being sick sucks. Yeah, no shit. Oh my god, were you here the other day when my computers crashed? Long story short, my streaming PC has a stock cooler, and it got up to like 90-something degrees, and its reaction caused a chain reaction, and every single part of my entire stream thing just crashed. For like 2 hours, and then all of a sudden came back to life, but in a really weird way. And so I got all this software to check the temps, and it's just way fucking overheated. So I've genuinely, we've just been chatting or like playing this really easygoing game that doesn't stress the PC at all week until I get this new cooler. Because that's genuinely it. It's just hot. The PC is great. It just needs a much better cooler. So I have one literally being delivered today. For Faded fucking Friday, because I don't think I could do Faded Friday without a cooler. And I hate that. The concept of that makes me very sad. See, I'm on what, day 3 back from New York? 3.1 back from getting, and I feel like congested because it's disgusting and dry here. But other than that, like, I did a good wash my hands job. I'm pretty proud of myself because usually travel, it's almost like, I feel like I'm not the only one. You're stuck in planes, you're going through airports, you're restaurants, you're in a big city, lots of people. Almost guaranteed you're going to get exposed to something, and I didn't. I don't think and I hung out with a baby. Like a 2-year-old, but a baby. Like a baby, but worse because they can toddle and touch. Like, I loved it. Not worse. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Any new CPU struggles? I was really thinking it was the CPU until we discovered it was all this overheating shit. And genuinely, I'm so fucking happy that it's just the overheating thing because so much cheaper. So much cheaper. They're all walking petri dishes, and that's the thing. Like, I was telling you guys, this family, they all live in one building. The building's like 50 levels or something like that. Everybody lives on different floors. And so everybody babysits this baby. This baby is just being shuffled between floors of this building all the time. And then I was hugging this baby and playing with the baby and carrying him around the city. Like, if anyone was going to get petri dished, it was me. I did a good job. I washed my hands neurotically. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a miracle by any means. But you know, when you're on a trip, you just kind of get into it and you might forget. And I don't think I did. I think I did good. Yes, that's it. They touch everything. And then like watching the baby, like they love to organize shoes and they're picking up all of our shoes that we just walked all the New York streets in. And I'm like, oh, human poop. And then the baby's like, blah, 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 like, we should be dead. Thank you, immune system. Everyone's appreciating you right now. I crossed all the things in hopes you would get it. Yes, my hub's unsure why I crossed his dick, but he says thank you. I did it too. Cross your dicks. It says it's shipped, and it says it should be delivered, like, you know, it gives you that time frame of, like, between 2 and 6 or whatever. But Micro Center isn't that far away. It's like a 45-minute drive. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely doable. So it's just like, if it doesn't come, I definitely have a second choice. I just don't want to do it. Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. It's only fun if you're like rolling and you're building a new PC or something. Is anyone else getting a ton of random friend requests? I just got, okay, so no shit. I haven't, but Hurts. Knives said something about it last night. Knives said one of their friends messaged them, and like there's something going around where people are just like, it's bots. Just ignore all of it. It's a scam. Gross 2-year-olds is exactly why Cocky's half asleep on the couch currently. Exactly. Like, that's why I'm saying it's a miracle. Yeah, I saw Knives say something about that in the Discord last night. Something weird going on with, like, friend requests in Discord. Just ignore them. Yeah, the Discord email thing as well. There's an email thing and then also something in Steam. Like, someone will message you in Steam and be like, I've got this great something, something, something. Friend me. Bots, I mean, honestly, I don't have bots following me either, which makes me wonder, like, about my self-worth as a human being. Like, I'm not even worth a bot's time. It's fine. We're doing fine. We're having a great time and we're doing fine. We'll just be funny instead. Where's my audio? None of us hear you. I'm very unimpressed. Do I have to reroute my audio again? Stop it. No. That's... Ouch. There it is. Aziz! Light! Whoa. Okay. Hated all of that. We should probably take a break first. It's almost 2 hours. We'll do that and then we'll jump in. But... where is it? Oh, I moved my shit. Katie. Welcome back. I had to put my fan back. But I have good news. I mean, good news. My cooler is out for delivery. So, dicks crossed, we get this cooler in there tonight. It is 81 degrees, though, right now, so. I love Sailor Moon. An Aaliyah Barbie? Oh, that's weird. I don't know what to say about that. Is that weird? Pirates? That exists. Everything has to exist. Genuinely, everything has to exist. They literally stole all the trophies because they're sickening. I, like... half of those, like, additive answers, you know, where you, like, vote on somebody, and then it's like, ew, great wordplay, something offensive, whatever. I don't know what to pick half the time, because that's not my reaction. There needs to be, like, jaw drop. Or, oh my fucking god. Pirate porn. It's just called pirates. And it was something, at least when I was in college, that was like a thing that if you got a hold of it, everybody just sat in a room and watched together. And it was pretty long. Genuinely a fairly long film. And it's a porno, but it's pirates. It was like a legendary thing. Yeah, it was so weird. There you go. That's what it was. It was like the most expensive porn at one point. I think you're right. There was some crazy statistic about it. It wasn't good. I mean, there's fucking, I guess if you just need something, it's there. But it's not like something that I think I've ever seen again in my entire life. I think I saw it once. Were there CGI skeletons? Yeah, it had a fucking plot. Were they like, was it I want to say it was like a playoff of Pirates of the Caribbean. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember, but I want to say this was like the era of Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was kind of like a playoff that, and the titties were just those 90s, like, balloons connected by a thread of flesh on a chest, and the whole time I'm just like, don't pop that. It was incredible. It was the same ship, no shit. That's incredible. 100%. I'm not hating on titties, but they just looked so painful. Like, the way that we do fake titties these days is so much more elegant and so much more safe for people, and the surgery is just so much more safe. Everything about it is better, and they don't look like they're gonna bust through your flesh. Ouchies. Like, oh, it makes me hurt just thinking about it. The way that we used to do implants and stuff. It looked like it was gonna fucking, like, rip skin. I prefer the boobies I'm allowed to suck on. Consensually. And that's all I got to say about that. But on that note, I need to go take my dogs for a walk and start taking apart my PC to put in its new cooler tonight. Because she is currently at 81 degrees Celsius. 176 Fahrenheit. She's fucking hot. She's hot. So I'm going to go turn her off and stuff. Yeah, this is what happened. This is what I'm saying. Like, throughout the day, she gets hotter and hotter, which is why I desperately did not play videos today. And I'm so sorry. I didn't ignore you. I pulled links you guys gave me. I'm just saving them for tomorrow. So we should have a great time tomorrow. But she is hot. I do have thermal paste, so I'm set there. I always have thermal paste somewhere. It's everywhere. That stuff's easy to get. But yeah, I'm going to... She feels warm, so I'm going to look for someone to raid. Thank you for hanging out today. Thank you for hanging out with me all week through these weird PC problems. And for those of you, again, who hung out with me all day in Discord and in this channel, helping me with this PC, I know I'll say thank you for a very long time, but I'm literally, like, just ridiculously thankful all the time. That's it. Thank you guys for playing games with me. I love playing these games. I'll look for some more, like, I have Drawful. And that one I do like to join and play. I don't feel as rushed, and I don't feel like I'm trying to, like, secretly keep my answer a secret so people aren't voting for me or against me on purpose or whatever. Like, I'll look for something like that. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, it's Fated Friday. So, like, the Lord willing, Satan bless us all, I am desperately trying to get my PC to a place where we can do a Fated Friday tomorrow. If fucking, like, it's gonna go well. We're not even gonna if, then, or but this shit. Fated Friday. Fated Friday is music and hanging out and just watching funny videos and or listening to awesome music all fucking day. It's amazing. Please come hang out with us. All music, all genres. I will literally try anything twice. I'm fucking here for it. In the meantime, I'm gonna raid my boy Smoke Look, who's one of my oldest and dearest friends here on the Twitch sphere. He's playing Blast from the Past. I think that's it. Come for Fated Friday, listen to music, pray for my cooler. Oh, movie night. So in like an hour and 9 minutes in the Discord, every night since last April/May, so almost a year now, which is crazy, we watch movies in the Discord. Please join us. We just hang out, we meme, we have a good time. Drink water, clean your bong, moisturize your throats, pee after sex. Cross your dicks. I don't know, do what you want to do. I love you, bye.